Hello, let me tweet really quickly. Hello, Ikumin. 1 second, please. Started. Okay. Okay. Hello, Ikumin. Ehehe. Hello, everyone. I'm a little eepy today. I didn't sleep very well. Hello. Hello, I'm Hoshifuri Iku. Nice to meet you. Welcome to Generation 1 of PRISM Project. PRISM Project 一期生の星降りいくです。Hello, everyone. Wally, Renana, Diesel Goose, Fucko, Shimmerfly, Digital Fanboy, Book Teen You, Hello, everyone. Diesel Goose, thank you. Oh, wait. One sec. There you go. Okay. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Japan today. I wanted to set up something so people can submit questions, but unfortunately I couldn't get around to it. So I think what we're gonna do is I think we can. So I would just take questions from the chat, but I want people to have a chance to get their question in, because when people ask questions in chat all at once, I'm probably gonna miss a lot. So hello. Hi Girl. Hi Chiki. Plays Gacha Games. Hello Dot to Guides Jax. Alex Chan, hi everyone. SPC-san, hello everyone. I think what we're gonna do is, as much as I don't like using Marshmallow, I think I just close it immediately after. Yeet. Should be good. Thank you, Sky, for the donation. Arigatou. Hi, Iku. I'm super excited to be planning my first trip to Japan in October, but I'm a bit nervous. Could you please give me some tips or be my voice of assurance? Thank you so much. Thank you, Sky. Here, let me get back to you on that in a second. Let me open up my Marshmallow first. Hold on. Okay, need to log in. Waiting for a dog tweet yesterday. Yeah, sorry. It's whenever we do stuff like that, we need to first set it up with our managers. But I didn't really have a chance to talk to my manager about it yesterday. Okay, I believe you can send me messages now. Send me questions here. Okay. So if you have questions for me, you can send them to the link that I just pinned in the comments in the chat. Yeah, I didn't sleep very well. That's why my voice is probably lower than usual. Your voice becomes lower when you're tired or sleepy, or just feeling low energy in general. Still turned off. Why? Let me see. と。Okay, there. It should work now? Question mark? You guys try now? We try refreshing. Yoいしょ。And then I will move over on this side. Yeah, you guys will have to log in. Sorry about that. It's for safety reasons. Morning. Hello, Leon. See you down, Furifuri. Furifuri. Okay, while you guys are doing that, I'm going to answer Sky's question. I'll just go ahead and show it on screen for now. Sky said, planning my first trip to Japan in October. I'm a bit nervous. Could you give me some tips or be my voice of assurance? Thank you so much. It depends on what you're worried about specifically, I guess. Are you worried about language barrier? Are you worried about like not being able to find your way around? It kind of depends. If it's like a language barrier thing, if you stick around like the city area, like Tokyo area, there are signs in English. Many like train station staff can speak English. A lot of like the machines that like, you know, where you buy your tickets from and stuff like that, they also usually have English support. It might be a little bit trickier if you're going to the countryside and stuff, but if you're in the major cities, I think you'll be fine. In terms of like, and then getting your way around, as long as you have Google Maps, as long as you have Wi-Fi and Google Maps, I think you'll be fine. Train stations can be a little complex in Japan, so never hesitate to ask for help. I think some people in Japan still get confused sometimes in new places, in new train stations and stuff, so... yeah, but if you have something else that you're worried about, please let me know. Yeah, overall, I feel like most Japanese people are very friendly. And even if they can't help you, they'll probably take you to someone who can. But yeah. Although I will say, like, in Tokyo is very busy, people may not even stop for you, so be sure to try to find someone who works like who's working. Yeah, if you need help. If you're getting lost, can be rough with the maps. Yeah, be sure not to follow the maps too closely, like the GPS portion of the map too closely. You wanna use the directions, the written directions as your guide, because if you're in somewhere with tall buildings, the GPS is kind of unreliable. Well, I hope that helps, Sky. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure. Like what element of your trip you are nervous about, but yeah, let me know if you want more specific stuff. Find a translator, someone with Nihongo Jozu skill. Basically, get a real map? No, don't do that. That would be very time consuming. Oh, okay. Alright, looks like it's working. Alright, give me a second. I'm going to set up the marshmallow. Guys, I have so much work to do. I have so much work to do, but I chose to play Minecraft last night because I've been itching to play Minecraft for a while. That's not the reason why I didn't sleep well though. I feel like I haven't had a day where I just sit down and play games and do things for myself. Do things that make me happy for myself. In like the longest time. So it was nice. It was kind of nice yesterday. Okay. Alright, let's move on over yonder. Oh shoot, hold on. Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. Does this work? Yes. Okay. For me, I feel like I would be most nervous about converting the money. Oh, well, one tip about that. One tip about converting money is don't do it at the airport because oftentimes it's a little, the exchange rate is a bit like hiked up at the airport. But if you're really nervous and you don't mind a little small extra fee, you can do it at the airport. You know, they have English support, and I think that'll be the easiest for you if you have a language barrier. Like, if you're concerned about language barriers, or just do a small amount at the airport and do the rest at a bank somewhere. But generally, a lot of bank staff can speak English, and if you just ask for exchange, I think they'll know what to do. Yeah, I think people who work at banks and post offices here, they like know what they're doing, so I don't think you have to worry too much. Yeah. And yeah, if you're nervous, they have it at the airport. They have a lot of stations at the airport. Okay, I'm gonna answer the questions that I got for tomorrow. If you have any questions, you can send it to me in the link that is pinned in the chat. First question is it cheaper to eat outside than to buy groceries to make your own food in Japan? Well, it depends. It depends on what you're eating. So, like for example, my brother and I like to make pork kimchi pork over rice and stuff. That's like one of our favorite like go-to meals to make at home. We also like to make like mabo tofu curry. I'm getting really hungry. I haven't had any food yet. But like the pork is cheaper, and kimchi is pretty affordable. So like I think it's much cheaper for us to buy those ingredients and then make it at home versus like buying it from the restaurant or like ordering takeout and stuff. That being said, I feel like some beef dishes might actually be cheaper to just eat outside. Because beef in Japan is expensive for some reason. I don't know why, but beef is expensive. Beef is expensive in Japan. Yeah. So a lot of times my brother and I, we're both, not exactly well off. My brother and I are not exactly well off, so we sometimes will go buy something, like buy groceries, and we want to make some kind of like beef dish that requires beef, but then we'll like swap it out for like pork instead because we're trying to save money. I always thought fish would be cheap in Japan. No, it's not. It's actually a problem right now. Salmon, the price of salmon has hiked up so much recently that it's like kind of a delicacy now. And like, it's sad because salmon is like basically one of the only fish I can eat, so it's sad. Yeah. I think if you go to the like fish market, you might be able to like get a good deal. Especially if you're a cute girl like me, then like a lot of the older middle-aged like fish salesmen want to give me a cheaper price, but but I think in general if you buy it at a supermarket, it's kind of expensive right now. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. But it's true though. Sometimes they like, if you're a cute girl, that you have you have your disadvantages as well, but sometimes you have your advantages. Sometimes they just like want to give it to you for cheaper because you're cute. Fish market, Tsukiji-won. I mean, there's a lot of fish markets. But yes. Yeah, I mean, like, when I mean fish markets, I don't exactly mean just markets that sell fish. There's a lot of markets out there like that sell a bunch of things, like vegetables, fish, fruit, clothes, everything, but like for cheaper, because it's not like a big chain. They're like individually run stores and stuff, so they can like, you can haggle with them and stuff. Every time there's an option for salmon and sushi, it's always an extra $2 to $3 difference. Oh my god, I can't read. Yeah, it's spiking. The prices for fish are spiking, I think. Can you have tuna at least? Oh, can I eat tuna? I can only eat 2 toro. I don't know, maybe I'm just too much of a princess, but I can only eat 2 toro. Yeah. Because the normal tuna is too smelly, and then otoro is too oily. I can only eat in between. Yeah. I can. What about chicken? Where did that come from? Yes, of course I can eat chicken. What do you mean? You know this? You already know this? Chitaro is good. Yeah, chitaro is good. But yeah. So yeah, I guess it depends. If you're gonna eat like super expensive stuff, then of course it's expensive. But yeah. Anyways, it depends on the dish you wanna eat. Yeah, because like obviously if you want to make ice cream at home, it's probably more expensive. But then you should just buy it at the konbini. But if it's like a common dish, like curry or something, it's probably just cheaper to make it at home. You'll have more portions too. Why is Japan? Why is Japan? Now that is an answer. That isn't a question. That is a deep question. Why is Japan? Why is Japan? That is such a deep question. I don't know if I have the answer for that. I don't know. You tell me, bro. Why is Japan? Okay. Why? Okay. Next question. Dun, dun, dun. Good afternoon, Iku. Good afternoon, Geronimo. Welcome. Welcome. Hi, Hime Rainana here. How are the nightlife of Japan past 2 a.m.? How's the nightlife of Japan past 2 a.m.? I know most stuff are closed in the US and there isn't much besides the casino and stuff. What are there to do in Japan if there are any? So not is it true that you can get breakfast for under 5? Yeah. I mean, it also depends on what you want to eat and how much you want to eat. But yes, you can totally get breakfast for under 500 yen. Especially at the konbini. But to answer Rainana's question, so not that I've really been out past 2 a.m. very much. But yes, I think there are many places you can go past 2 a.m. Thank you for the answer. You're welcome. especially if you're in the city and you're kind of like sort of in the red light district, then yeah, there's a lot of places that are open way past 2 a.m. Some places, some bars and stuff are open until like the first trains, which is like around 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. And of course, conveniences are 24/7. I think some arcades, I might be wrong, but I think some arcades are also open very late into the night. But yeah, mostly drinking places though. So if you're not, I know right now you're not much of a drinker, so I don't know if it's very fun past 2 a.m. in Japan if you don't drink. And I guess if you guys have the money for it and are into that kind of stuff, there are places where you can talk to like cute girls or like cute guys and stuff, like host clubs or like kabajos and stuff. Or they have like drag queen places where you can just sit and talk to drag queens, stuff like that. But that's kind of more like the red light district stuff. Yeah. But if you're just like, if you want to do fun things, like go to the arcade and stuff, I don't know if that's yeah. There's much to do. Oh yeah, karaoke. Oh, that's something fun to do when late into the night though. Is karaoke? Karaoke's places are often open very late. Yeah. Is there any way to get past the Kyushu man stereotypes when you're guy with a tan complexion? Kyushu man? I don't know if I know what that is. Kyushu man? A man from Kyushu? I've never heard. I don't know what a Kyushu man stereotype is. I've never heard that before. I know that there's at least one nightclub in Akiba you open till the first trains. There's a lot of nightclubs, yeah. It's like nightclubs, drinking places, all that stuff. They're open until very late. But yeah, but yes. What was I gonna say? But the thing is, most people go home around midnight or 1 a.m. ish because the trains, the trains end around that time. So if people want to actually get home, most people just leave. So honestly, the people who stick around past 2 a.m. are the ones who are they have already decided that they're going to party until morning. So the crowd, I think you can imagine what the crowd is like. Yeah, it's mostly people who want to drink until the morning. So yeah. I personally am not like party until morning kind of a girl, you know. Already did that, done that. That's I feel like I'm too old for that now. So I just go home. Around midnight, usually when I'm out with friends. But that being said, you don't need to be out that late to have a good time, you know. Honestly, the night is young. Kyushu man stereotype is the gag you see in a lot of animes where a tan guy jumps out of his clothes and chases girls. What? The fuck? I've never heard that before. But I don't think you need to worry about that. I really don't think you need to worry about that. I don't think anyone's gonna think that. That's very strange. That's very strange stereotype. I don't know. You do not have to worry about that. That is really, really out there. You're not as curious because he's planning to be homeless in Japan. Honestly though, if you miss your last trains, there are a lot of things to do to kill time, I think, in Japan, that isn't drinking. I mean, you can go to convenience, buy like a nice meal, and there's karaoke, yeah. And also, if you just wanna like sleep, there are cheap business hotels that you can just book, honestly. They're pretty cheap most of the time. Or you can try a capsule hotel. Capsule hotel, although I heard is not as cheap as it used to be. Not drinking like Yeah. Anyways, I hope that answers your question. Is Castle Hotel only in the city? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there might be some in the countryside, but not that I've seen. Okay. Japan's a good place to visit for introverts. I mean, is traveling an introvert thing? I feel like if you're traveling, that's already not exactly the most introverted thing to do. Yeah, I mean, and I mean, it depends? Question mark? Are you gonna go there and not speak to anyone? I mean, I guess you could. If you mean like, oh, some restaurants don't like have people that take your order. You use like machines, tablets, and like robots and stuff. Then I guess so. Maybe if you have anxiety like ordering stuff at a restaurant or something, then maybe. Like visiting mountains and stuff is pretty introverted. I guess so. If you're outdoorsy and you like hiking, solo hiking and stuff, maybe. Okay. Next question. Hello, Sleeping Human. May I ask what to avoid being in Japan? Well, being in Japan can be anything. Do not want to annoy people. Oh, I see. Like, so like, avoid as in like manners? Like manners that you should be careful of, I guess, is, if you don't want to annoy people, I'm assuming it's like you're worried about, like, manners and stuff, right? Yeah, so there's like, you know, eating etiquette, train manners, all that good stuff. Okay, so I'm assuming most people will be riding the trains here when they come here, so since it is like the most common method of public transport. But if you come to Japan and you ride the train, make sure you don't you're not on the phone. You don't talk on the phone. Don't eat and drink stuff on the train. That's not, yeah, you're not allowed to do that. And then don't talk super loudly. If you're like hanging out with friends, like don't go crazy, you know. You can talk quietly amongst yourselves, but be sure not to talk super loudly. If you're in a crowded train and you're nearby the door, you get off the train once, even if it's not your stop, to let people out, and then you can step back in. Those are like some pretty common etiquette. Or if you're waiting for the train, be sure to step to the side and let people getting off the train go first and then get on. I think that's pretty like not common sense though. Yeah, let's see. Be careful if you identify as male. Be careful you don't ride the women's only car during rush hour. On the weekdays during rush hour, some trains have women's only cars. So be sure not to get on that, because then you will get very strange stares from women. Rail pass, yes. And this is not something that I can get because I live in Japan. But if you're a visitor, if you get a rail pass, if you get a JR rail pass, you can basically ride JR trains as much as you want, as long as you have your jail pass, JR rail pass. Yeah, so you can like choose like the time period, like you say like you want to use the JR rail pass from July 8th to July 12th or something. So in between July 8th and July 12th, you can ride JR trains and ferries. By the way, ferries are also included. As much as you want, as many times as you want. It's a good way to save money if you're planning to travel a lot. You do that to avoid chikan. Yeah, so yeah, unfortunately, it hurts me to talk about this because I am, Japanese. But, sometimes it's good to talk about issues that we have. But yeah, it's like women getting like harassed on the trains is so common here that they felt the need to make a women's only car during rush hour, which is really sad. And also I hate that like women had to be like carted off to a different car to feel safe. They didn't really do much to crack down on the actual harassment itself. So I mean, I have a lot of opinions about that, but I don't want to get too into it today. So I'm gonna just move on from that. But yes, that's a thing that exists. Yeah. So be careful not to get on those if you identify as male. Let's see. When it comes to eating etiquette, so eating etiquette, I think the most important things to remember when it comes to eating etiquette is things that you should there are things that you need to avoid because it's very offensive if you do it because of a religious thing. So in Buddhist funeral practices, there's a couple things that we do. So when you eat food and you're eating with other people and you want to say I'm eating with Little Bucket and I want to give her a piece of my karaage, my fried chicken or something. So I'm like, here, Little Bucket, have some of my karaage. I need to use my chopstick to put it on her plate. I cannot. It is very offensive, very against table manners to try to give it to her directly to her chopstick. So chopstick to chopstick is a very big no-no in table manners because that's something that we do during funerals. Yeah, this is very kind of morbid, but when you cremate someone, the bones, not everything turns to dust, right? You get some like bones left over. So in funeral practices, the family and relatives, they use chopsticks to pick up the bones, and they pass it chopstick to chopstick to each other, and then they put it in the urn. So it's like a very like I don't want to say like sacred, but it's a very personal thing to do. So you never want to do that with food. If you want to give someone a piece of your food, you put it directly on their plate. Do not try to transfer it chopstick to chopsticks. That's like one of the biggest things. And also, do not, if you have like a bowl of rice or food, something, do not stick your chopsticks in there and just leave them. Like, don't jab your chopsticks into the food and like leave them upright, because that's also something we do for honoring the dead. Sometimes people put chopsticks upright in their food in a bowl of rice or some kind of food and give it to their deceased loved one. So it's kind of offensive to do with food for the living. Yeah. So, yeah, there's a lot of chopstick manners, but otherwise, I think you guys don't have to worry too much besides that. Just make sure that when you eat with your chopsticks, when you're done eating, you put it down on the table or on, like, horizontally on your plate. And then if you are sharing food, you put it directly on a plate. Supporting drinks things solely for business people. Oh, like people pouring drinks for you and stuff. Yeah, so it's a very, if you pour like drinks for someone older than you or someone who's your superior, it's a sign of respect. And it's not necessarily only a business thing. It's definitely very good to do. It's very good business manners to do it. if you're like in a business meeting setting or something like that. But you can still do it for your parents and like older friends and stuff. But it's not absolutely necessary. Yeah. Like my mom will pour drinks for my dad sometimes, but it's because it's out of, you know, it's like a cultural thing, I think. Yeah, we stick incense and rice in the horizontal toasted. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, basically that's the same thing here as well. Yeah. It's not just being nice though, but it's like, it's a thing, it's about like respecting elders in Japan. It necessarily doesn't go the other way around. Like, older people are not expected to pour drinks for younger people. If they do that, then that's really being nice. Because culturally, they're not expected to. So yeah, if an older person pours drinks for you, then you know that they're really nice. Yeah. Anyways, I feel like those are some really big things to avoid in Japan in terms of manners. Yeah, I think everything else should be pretty common sense. It's like if you go to someone's house, take off your shoes, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Generally don't be too loud in public spaces. Yeah, stuff like that. Some kind of hierarchy thing. I mean, I think in a lot of Asian cultures, right, you respect your elders and your superiors. If someone has been working in the company for longer than you, they have more experience and therefore should be respected. Is kind of like the mentality here. As much as like, or like if you're like in school and someone's older than you, if they're their senpai, you call them senpai, not by like their name and stuff. It's like a sign of respect as well. And like you do it because you want them to take good care of you as well. But yeah, it's like you know, it's not always nice because, you know, some senpais and some superiors and some elders will take advantage of that and treat you horribly. But you know, most of the time, it's just a cultural thing. Yeah, and it's you know, it's just a way of being respectful, I think. Because senpai, yes, you know, yeah, like my kohais call me senpai, right? Out of respect. Yeah, that's why he's coming. I mean, but it's not like always. Obviously, it's some cases, but you know. Touching packaged meat and putting it back still bad manner in supermarkets in Japan. I thought that was bad manners worldwide, is it not? Yeah, I think don't pick up things, touch, put your hands all over them and then put them back. If you really want to read the packaging or something, then I think it's okay to pick it up briefly, but that's the most you should do, I think. Yeah. Yeah, respect elders, respect superiors, guests, senpais. Yeah, seniority culture. It's like a thing here. I think if you're traveling here, I don't think you have to worry too much about that though. Like if you're a foreigner, you know, I don't think Japanese people expect you to follow that kind of seniority culture if you're just visiting. So I don't think you have to worry too much about that. Yeah, I don't think it's something you have to be like careful of. Like, yeah, you got the gaijin pass. It's true. You do. Yeah, I think some people get gaijin pass. Oh, I guess train culture, train manners. I think this is a thing worldwide, but obviously they have seats for the disabled people, elderly people, pregnant people, that stuff. You know, handicapped seats basically. They have that on trains and stuff, usually closer to the entrances. So you know, you can sit there even if you're not handicapped, if it's super crowded and stuff. But you gotta be sure to make it available as soon as someone needs it. So yeah. And in general, if the train is not crowded, don't sit there. Anything to avoid saying to people? I think... I think you just... It's common sense. Don't swear at people. Say thank you, I guess. I mean... It kind of depends. Are you if you're super fluent in Japanese... or not. Yeah. Common sense. Can I call a stranger pretty if they're pretty? Like if you see a pretty girl walking down the street or something. Yeah, I feel like in other places like the US and Canada and stuff, it's not that uncommon for someone to walk up to you and say like, hey, just want to let you know that you're super pretty or something like that. That's kind of not a thing that happens in Japan, I think. It's very rare. I think if you're like obviously a foreigner, they would just be like, oh, that's a really nice gaijin person. But yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. I think in my experience, if someone comes up to me and is like, hey, you're so pretty, like I think they're trying to sell me something. So yeah, but like if they're obviously like a tourist, then I just think, okay, they're just being nice, you know? Yeah. Which type of Japanese mushrooms do you recommend? None. Okay, next question. Let me see. Go. Hey Hime, while here, are sake bars a good place to drink? Also asking again where to get good stuff to get wasted. Sake bars. Sake bars. So I'm not really 100% sure what you mean by sake bars. Just like, so if you're talking about like very specifically sake, like places that serve only sake, usually they're like very specialty places that really specialize in sake. So it's not somewhere to like get drunk necessarily. It's like if you really love and appreciate sake and the artistry behind sake and you want to just like taste test everything, then yeah, that's not a place to get drunk. If you mean like izakaya, yeah, like izakaya just like places to drink, like restaurants or like places to drink, like stuff like sort of like a bar slash izakaya place. Then yeah, it's a good place to drink. I think although I think a lot of, I think if you're really strong, it's not worth trying to get drunk at a izakaya. I think like that would become very expensive very quickly. I think if you really want to get drunk, you might as well just buy like strong spirits at like Donki or something and like go ham. Go to Japanese cocktail bars or craft beer bars. Yeah. But yeah, alcohol can be kind of expensive, especially at restaurants. So I think if you really want to get drunk, it's probably just faster to buy liquor at like a liquor shop or a store. Yeah. Like I don't know if I've ever gotten drunk just drinking at izakaya before. Because usually it's kind of like the alcohol is kind of diluted and stuff. Yeah. Do they up the prices at bars when it gets later in the morning? No, I don't think they do that. Not that I've noticed anyways. Some places here do it to get rid of customers. Drop lot nomi hodai. So nomi hodai is all you can drink. You have like some, yeah, you can like drink as many things as you want within the hour. But that's also like I have never ever gotten drunk off of nomi hodai because it's always that's like really diluted stuff. But they have like pubs and stuff here that actually serve pretty strong alcohol. So if you want to get drunk, that's the place to go, I think. What's not a good place to get drunk? Are those drink all you can places? Those are scams. I don't think they're scams if you just want to drink a bunch of stuff. Especially if you're lightweight, I think it's worth it. But if you're like very strong, maybe not so worth it. Yeah. But usually they're not like super expensive, so I sometimes do it anyways. The liver will be silver in Japan. If you only go to izakayas, then yeah, I think you'll be fine if you're strong. If you actually want to get drunk though, yeah. I wonder if there's a place that literally just sells strong zero. I don't think so, but I mean, yeah. I mean, strong zero is very, very much like a kombini thing. I've never seen restaurants serve strong zero. I think getting drunk at Oden shop or yatai is great. Yeah, yeah. I agree. Like those really like hole in the wall places. Yeah. Go to pubs. Like, but like, and then like the thing is, I think pubs here are often packed with foreigners because, and I think it's because a lot of foreigners can't get drunk at izakayas, so they come to like pubs where like the real strong alcohol is, because you know, I think everyone's thinking the same thing. They like want to get drunk, but they can't really do it at izakayas. And yeah, it's like you go to a pub, it's like walking into like America or like the UK or something, because it's just so many foreigners. Yeah, not a lot of Japanese. I feel like not a lot of Japanese people go to pubs, to be honest. Yeah, so go to a pub, I guess. But then also that kind of defeats the purpose of going to Japan, because like the pub is like super not Japanese. But honestly, if you want to get drunk, that's the way to go. Okay, let's see. Next question. Okay. For a week-long trip to Japan, how much should I bring for food? Note, probably will be eating 4 to 5 meals per day to try out as much as possible. In addition, what are some of the places you'd recommend? Wait, bringing food? Like, are you bringing food from your home country, or but you should try out as much as possible. I'm not sure if I understand this question. I think money? Oh, money. Oh, I see. I see. For money. Okay. Budgeting. Okay. So this isn't. I see. Sorry, I'm stupid. This is another one of those it depends questions, because it depends on like what kind of food you want to eat. If you want to eat expensive food, obviously you need more, right? So let's say you. Okay, so you wanna. Let's say you get konbini breakfast. No, let's say you get cafe breakfast. So you get cafe breakfast. A konbini snack, lunch, at like a normal like family restaurant or something, like a cheaper restaurant, affordable restaurant. You get another konbini snack, and then you get dinner at like a decent place or something. So if you do that, let's say maybe the cafe breakfast costs like 1,500 yen or something like that. Maybe you get like a couple things at the konbini, so maybe 500 yen, 700 yen ish. Get a normal affordable lunch. It could range from 2,000, 2,500. You get another konbini snack, maybe 500, and then you get like a fancy dinner, like a nice dinner, like maybe like a themed restaurant or something. Then it could go anywhere between 2,500 to like 4,000, 5,000. So I think honestly you can spend a good 1,000, so 10,000 to 10,000, 5,000 for yourself in food if you really go out all 5 meals. Yeah. Food can range a lot here though, because there are some places that are dirt cheap, and it's like, what? How is this store not like closing down right this second? And then there are places that are like, whoa, I am Kim Kardashian today. Holy shit, you know, like it's so expensive, you know? So it really depends on where you go and what you eat and how much you eat. But yeah, generally if you go to like family restaurants and stuff, they're very affordable. Konbini food is really good and is really cheap and very like convenient, obviously, because it's konbini. And then let's see. Cafes can be a little more on the pricier side. I think you're paying a little bit for the atmosphere, not gonna lie. Yeah. And then like if you drink, that adds up really quickly. So if you're drinking alcohol, it adds up much more quickly. So yeah, that's something to if you're planning to drink, that's something to take into consideration budget-wise as well. Food prices have the prices here really range from low to high. It really depends. Food prices has increased. Food prices have increased a little bit, but not super. It's not like a super crazy jump. I think if anything, a lot of Western countries have experienced higher jumps in prices. At least according to my friends back home. Buffet is a good option. Buffets are... Honestly, I personally would not go to buffets if you like quality. If you're a quantity over quality person, if you can eat a lot and you just want to eat a lot, then maybe it might be worth it. But if you actually want to eat something quality, I would say just pay a decent price for good quality, not a decent price for a bunch of mid-tier food, you know? I feel like I can say that for most buffets, but yeah. The liter of Pocari Sweat still 79 yen. A liter? No, I don't think so. No, I don't think it's that cheap. Oh, I don't know. Maybe if you go to a discount store, maybe. I don't know. Usually they're still like 100 something yen. Maid cafe a good visit, or should I just go to a normal cafe? If you want, okay, maid cafe and a normal cafe is two very different things. Maid cafe is you're going for the experience. It is not. You're definitely not going for the food. If you just want to eat food and have a good cup of coffee, just go to a normal cafe. If you're going to a maid cafe, prepare to experience the strongest secondhand embarrassment you have ever felt in your entire life. But yeah, if you like cute girls and you like maids, yeah, go for it. I think it's like an experience that you should maybe do once at least. But you know, if you go to a maid cafe, the girls are gonna be like, okay, we're going to chant and make your food taste better, more cute, and they're gonna make you do it too. So like, if you're not into that kind of stuff, don't go to a maid cafe. And then they're gonna like come play games with you and try to talk to you and stuff. If you want to be like left alone, and if you're introverted like me, like do not go to a maid cafe. No. I'm really curious. I've technically never been to a maid cafe before. I've kind of been to something similar, but I've never been to like an actual real maid cafe before. But I'm scared because I'm so introverted. Like I don't really want them to come talk to me. And it's even worse because they're pretty and cute, and like I'm intimidated by cute girls. They make me nervous, you know? But you know, if you want to just do it for the shits and giggles, I think it might be fun. Dunway, thank you for being a member for 2 months. Arigatou! Thank you! Oh my god, you're golf Ikumi now. You're not... It's not just a phase. Are you not a maid for charity? Yes, I was a maid for charity, for the charity event once, but that was not your typical maid cafe experience for sure. Because I wasn't going around the tables and being like, more cute, you know? I was like, more donate to cancer, so cancer research. Yeah, it's a little different. Yeah, you want to go with friends. You want to go with friends so we have mob mentality. Mob. What's the word? Mob strength. I don't know what the word is. Yeah. Hi, new here. Hi, Kimberly. Welcome. Furifuri. I'm Hoshifuri Iku. Nice to meet you. I'm talking a lot Japan today. Moral support. Yeah, that's probably a better phrase. Yeah. But yeah. Anyways, I think, yeah, budget. If you're gonna be there for a week, if you're really gonna eat 5 meals per day, good like 700 might be a good backup plan. I don't think you need that much, but if you really, it really depends. If you're going to expensive places, and if you really want to just try everything, then a good 700 buckaroos might be a good solid number for you. Yeah. And I'm assuming if you want to try everything, I'm assuming that you want to try the more expensive stuff as well. So yeah. Let's see. You know, one cafe I want to go to, Muscle Cafe. Yeah, that's another one of those, like, there's so many cafes here that are very interactive that I don't think I could ever go to because I'll be so scared and embarrassed. 俺も初見です。違うね。違うね。よく見る初見さんだな。A lot of Japanese festivals. Ooh, yeah, Japanese summer festivals are super fun. Yeah, that's something I recommend for food because there's just so many things to try. Very hiked up prices, but it's, you know, it's a festival. It's like whatever, you know, it's worth it. Animal cafes. Yeah, animal cafes. A lot of them don't actually serve a lot of food or drink, and even if they do, it's like usually outside of the actual animal area. Those are things that are also kind of more experienced than food or drink. Yeah. Food is like the first thing I want to try out going to new places. Yeah, food here is so good. It's honestly definitely a lot of hits than misses here. But yeah, I think do your research. Try to find the best rated places and stuff and try them, and try to avoid the lines and get there early and stuff. Yeah. What's your favorite animal? I love cats. I love when it comes to like domesticated animals. Well, with pet type animals, I like cats and I like chinchillas and rabbits and bunnies. When it comes to like farm animals, I love cows. I love cows and sheep. They're so cute. When it comes to like wild animals, I love river otters and cheetahs and jaguars. Yeah, and rats. Yeah, I love rats. I love all the rodents, to be honest. Yeah, I like dogs too. I mean, I love basically all animals. But those are my favorites. Cows are just big dogs and I love them. Cows are so cute. I love cows so much. They're basically an entire zoo. Yes, I love crocodiles too. I love reptiles, snakes. Snakes are so cute. You love us, yeah. You guys are my favorite animal too. Cows are so yummy. Yeah. Yeah. I can't deny that. Love your model. Thank you. Arigatou. But yeah, anyways, do your research and find good places to eat. But honestly, sometimes just the most random hole in the wall places are super good too. So just try everything, I would say. Yeah. Let's see. Next question is it true when you're standing on exact position and exact time it will open a underground passage to Japan's Japanese secret society? I can't tell you. I'll get in trouble if I tell you. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, 1 second. One momento, uno momento, please. Let me mark these as red and refresh the page. Okay. Sugoi dekai. Hello, Golden Dragon Eats the Moon. Thank you for the donation. What is dekai? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Okay. How long are train lines? So, I'm gonna be real honest. In the city, at least in the city, there are lines for trains and stuff, but like, I've never had to like wait for the next train because I couldn't fit. They will always make it fit. They will always make it. Even if you're packed in there like sardines. Even if like the train station staff have to push you in there, they will always make sure it fits. So I've never had to wait for the next train before. And like there's like enough trains. I think the trains here are frequent enough that usually can get on the train that you need to get on. But yeah. I thought that was a myth. No, I've definitely been sardine canned before several times. It's awful. It's awful. It's really awful, and like I always think to myself, like, you know, I have pretty bad anxiety, but thankfully I don't have like claustrophobia. But like if someone has claustrophobia and they got like squished in here like this, like that must be really scary for them. And like I always wonder what would happen if someone fainted, because they can't really, you know, they can't really just make space, you know? So, I don't know. I think it's really dangerous, to be honest. And I wish there was a way to solve it, but, you know, Japanese working culture being like the way it is. It's just a thing here. Yeah, definitely avoid rush hour in Japan if you're just traveling and having fun and you're not trying to get to work or something, because there are people trying to get to work and they are in sardine cans. So, yeah. They will Marie Kondo you in there. Yeah, they will. They really will. And people have the people here have mastered the art of like fitting in, because like sometimes when the entrance is already super crowded, they will like go in back first. Like they will go back. They will enter the train back first. They just push against the people who are already in there. And like the people who are already in there are used to that too. Yeah. What times are rush hour times? I mean, it depends on the area, but like morning and also like between like 7, 6, 7, 8, 9. It depends again which train like you're taking and stuff. But yeah, around those times, usually rush hour. Anything before any time before 10 a.m. is pretty crowded. Yeah. Something about late trains was something to be mad about. I mean, yeah, the thing is, the good thing about Japan's train system is that it's very on time. Very, very on time, so yeah. At least they're very reliable. That is for one. Our buses are common in Japan. But it's I think trains in general cover more distance and more area, so it's just more convenient to take trains, I think, for the most part. Getting out of train be hard. If you're like really in the middle of the car and you're really trying to get out of a sardine can situation, you might have to assert yourself a little bit, but usually people want you to get the fuck out too, so like they'll try to make space for you so they can get out. Yeah. But yeah, buses. buses are more local. I think you can take buses too. I often take buses long distance to different train stations to avoid taking a train to that station, but I end up taking a train from there anyways. Yeah. So if you're only going a short distance, a bus is good, or you take the bus to go to a different station. Let's see. Let me see. Next question. Goose here. What's the general perception of cigarettes in public? Like, can you smoke a cig in the street, or is it frowned upon or against the law in certain places? So when it comes to cigarettes, smoking cigarettes, there are designated smoking areas. So yeah, if you're smoking in public, it might be a little frowned upon because usually there is like a designated smoking area. Yeah, especially in like train stations and stuff. Some restaurants have designated smoking areas. Some parks also have designated smoking areas. Malls have smoking designated areas. There are designated areas for smoking in a lot of places. You just gotta find them. I think if you're like on the street and stuff, I do see some people smoking on the street sometimes, but it's usually like the red light district or we're in like a very open area. Yeah. Also, if you raise your hand, you will summon a taxi. If you're in the city, yeah. But yeah, I think if you want to smoke cigarettes and stuff, it's not like a lot of people smoke here. It's like, you know, because Japan, we don't really have recreational drugs. So people either smoke or drink, and that's like the only two things that people do here. So a lot of people actually smoke in Japan. It's like very common. I've had like many instances where like this like cute Japanese girl like bust out a cig, and I'm just like, whoa, like it's not something that I expect overseas, you know, but like it's pretty common in Japan actually. Yeah, a lot of people smoke here, so there's a lot of areas for people who want to smoke. You just gotta go find them. Yeah, as long as you're respectful of other people around you. Also, a lot of izakayas, you can just straight up smoke. They have if you sit down at a restaurant and they have an ashtray, that's like you basically know that you're basically allowed to smoke there. Which is why my family and we try to avoid izakayas often, because, you know, we don't really want to breathe in the smoke. Those poor lungs. Yeah, I mean, no, I'm not gonna judge anyone for smoking, obviously, but there are some izakayas that are hard for people who don't want to be around smoke sometimes, because it's just okay for people to smoke there. Yeah. Let's see. Talking about smoke made me come. Yeah. A lot of smokers here too, yeah. I mean, if you want to smoke, that's totally your own choice. I think and you know, it's not frowned upon to smoke. It's just frowned upon to smoke in areas where you're not supposed to. Let's see. I believe it's a ban on smoking restaurant on the West Coast, so I haven't seen smoking since like 2000s. Yeah, yeah, it's a lot more common here, I think, than like the US, I would say. Yeah, because some restaurants you can just smoke, so. Okay, I'm gonna drink some water really quick. OK。夏には何をする？浴衣を着て、夏祭りに行けますか？それとも、遠くから花火を見ますか？this question is asking, what do you do in the summer? Do you wear yukata and go to summer festivals? Or do you watch fireworks from far? そうだね。日本語でこの質問答えていいのかな？夏祭り、楽しい。すごく好き。 浴衣も着ます。私は着ます。でも、最近あんまり、なんか浴衣着る子少ないような気もしたりしなかったり。まあ、こう人によると思うんだけど、まあ浴衣暑いから、普通に可愛い服着ていく人も多いと思う。そう。花火は、まあ夏祭りで見れるかもしれないし、花火大会とか行けばそれもあるし、遠くから見ても綺麗だけど、やっぱり花火大会とかだったら、やっぱいい席取って見るのが一番楽しいかな。そう。私はでも夏苦手だから、そんなにすごい行かないけど、たまにはいいよね。でも、浴衣、浴衣じゃない。花火って打ち上げ花火よりは自分でやる花火の方が好きだな。Right, Summer Festival is not really that traditional anymore. Is that true? I don't think so. I think it's still very much like I mean, what do you mean by traditional? Like, I think the festivities itself is very much a tradition. So maybe there's like more recent like stuff. Like, you know, they have like boba now, like boba booths, boba stalls selling boba. That's like that wasn't definitely a thing a few years ago. Oh, thank you, Molly, for the funny number. But they still do like the bon-odori and like the decorations are very much still the same. The music is still the same. Yeah. I would say, I mean, at least the ones that I've been to is very much still traditional. Quote unquote traditional. But yeah, to answer this question in English, yeah, if you go to summer festivals, it's fun to wear yukata, it's fun to watch fireworks. I personally like fireworks that you do yourself, like sparklers and stuff. Those are really fun. I prefer those over like watching the big fireworks shoot up. But that's really pretty too. It's just like really, really hot though, so yeah, if you don't like the heat, it is maybe not the most fun activity. I think it's worth the heat though. It's really fun. Goldfish catching stall, yeah. They still have those. I think those are becoming a little less common though, I think. Yeah, because it's expensive to catch up, or expensive to set up, and also a lot of people are kind of against it nowadays. Okay, next question. Alright, this one I can answer very well. This is something I can answer very well. I love onsen. I love onsen so much. And onsen definitely have a set of their own manner rules as well. Onsen etiquette as well. So yeah, if you're going to an onsen, first of all, if you have tattoos, be sure they're not visible. Especially at the reception. Or if you have tattoos that you can't hide, make sure you do your research and try to find an onsen that is okay with people who have tattoos. And then, second of all, bring a washing towel. And if you don't have one, you can often rent one at reception. So you're gonna need a washing towel to bring into the onsen. It's for modesty reasons and also for manners, but I'll get to that in a second. We're gonna get a washing towel. Washing towel, by the way, it's like a long towel. A small long towel often has like thinner fabric and stuff. So you're gonna bring that. And you can bring your own shampoo and conditioner and body wash and stuff. They often provide it for you at the onsen, but it's not always like super good quality. So, especially if you're going to like a sento and not a onsen. So you can bring your own as well. And then when you get to the onsen, oftentimes you want to first use the shower head thingy mabob to wash down the seat and the I don't know what the oke. I don't know what it's called in in English. It's like a bowl. It's like a bowl you put water in. I forgot. I don't know what they're called in English. You want to wash those down because other people have used them. And most, if people are polite and have good manners, they'll wash it down after they use it as well. But you want to wash it down just in case. Bucket, it's more like a bowl. Wash pan? Yeah, I think that's closer. It's more like a bowl. A basin. A basin! I think you're right. I think a basin, yes. My other big bucket. It's like a basin, yeah. Wash basin. Okay, thank you. Yes, that is it. That is the word, the translation. But you want to wash those down. And then you always want to wash your body before you go into the onsen. That's like one of the most important things to do. If you go to onsen, you want to wash your body. No one wants your nasty, sweaty body dipping into the onsen first thing. You want to wash your body first. Yeah, and then sometimes when I wash my body, I just go ahead and wash my hair too, usually. But sometimes my mom will like wash her body first and then go to the onsen, and then come back and wash her hair, and then go back to the onsen and stuff. So, you don't need to like wash your hair too, but you should wash your body. And then you can use your like wash towel to kind of like cover up yourself a little bit while you're walking around. Just like for modesty. But you do not want to put the washcloth into the onsen directly. When you're getting into the onsen, you want to put your towel to the side. Some people put it on their head. Some people put it on their head. Or if you can find somewhere to put it down, you put it down somewhere nearby. And then you enjoy the bath. Do not splash in the bath. Do not swim in the bath. You're just gonna sit there and relax, okay? Do not disturb the people around you. Yeah. And then, enjoy the bath, all that stuff. Look like you own the place, be proud. I mean, you can do that too, but yeah, usually you want to be a little more polite and be a little modest to cover up a little bit. And then when you're about to leave the bath, you don't want to just leave the bath area, like going back into like the lockers area, like dripping wet. You want to wipe down as much moisture, as much water as possible with your washing towel. So wring all the water out of your towel and then wipe down your body as much as you can, so you're not dripping water all over the place. And then you go back and like go to your locker and then take out your actual like towel to like dry off and then all that good stuff. How long should you sit in the onsen? However long you want to, honestly. I'm not like the type of person to sit there for super long. I'm usually only in there for like 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Some people are in there for like a good 20 minutes. I don't know how they do that. I feel like if I was in there for 20 minutes, I would pass out. So like, don't just be in there as long as you're comfortable. You don't have to force yourself to be in there for too long. But yeah, oh yeah, and then some places they have saunas and stuff. So if you go into the sauna, you want to be you want to be quiet in the sauna. Most people are just like trying to relax and sweat in there. Sometimes they'll give you like these little seats to sit on, so you grab them at the entrance and then you use it. You sit on that, and then when you leave, you want to wash down the little seat cushion thing. And also, if you go to the sauna and you want to get back into the onsens, be sure to wash down your body, wash off all the sweat. Don't go to the sauna and then directly go to the onsen, because that's not very polite. You want to wash down your body first. Yeah. Yes, the tattoo policy. I think I mentioned that in the beginning, but yeah. If you have small tattoos, you can just cover them up with like bandages or something like that. Yeah. Good idea to bring a water bottle? Yes. Yeah, it's most onsens you're allowed to just bring in water bottles and stuff. with you. Not a lot of people do, to be honest. Not a lot of people do, but you're allowed to do that. As long as you're not like drinking in the onsen. You want to drink when you're outside the onsen. Yeah. Yeah, usually they have places within the onsen area to put down your stuff. Like if you bring your own shampoo bottles and stuff, you can put your drinks there. You can drink a little bit there, but you don't usually bring it into the onsen with you. I was there for 40 minutes 3 times a day. Dang, it's crazy. Onsen expensive? It depends. It depends. If you're going to a really well-known onsen, then yeah, it can be a little more expensive. Or if you're going to a sento, they're not too expensive. But if you're going to a super sento, it can be more expensive. It really depends where you're going. Like for example, the sento that I often go to is only 500 yen for entry, which is like less than $5. And then there's like a super sento that I sometimes go to. And the super sento has more baths and like, you know, more stuff outside of like there's like a eating area, there's a massage area, they have like saunas and stuff. They have a lot more stuff to do, so it's a little bit more expensive. So it's about like 1,500 yen, something like that, which is still like very affordable, I think. If you're going to a really well-known, very expensive onsen, it might cost like 2,000 yen-ish. But I think overall it's very affordable. I think a lot of people have the image that onsens are super expensive, but it's usually because it's like part of a ryokan, and you're paying for the hotel stay. So then that's really expensive because you're paying for like the whole experience, you know? But if you're just going to the onsen and not staying there, it's usually not too bad. Yeah. They're not a lot better than soaking in a tub. The temp's different at different places. Yeah, temperatures are different in each bath, not even just like different places. Like the sento that I go to often, it's really hot. It's like 40 degrees Celsius water, really hot, right? And then the onsen I went to recently, it was all like around, it ranged between like 36 to 38. Not super hot. Yeah. So it really depends on the place you go to. 40, that's pretty hot, but that's actually not that bad. It's not uncommon to see here. Yeah. But yeah, but they have like water baths as well. Yeah, and it's much better at soaking in tub, especially if you're in onsen, because onsen actually has natural spring water, and it has the water has enzymes and things that are good for your body. Versus sentos and just regular tubs are just, you know, just hot water. So. Wait, that's hot. I guess I've been conditioned in spas that I'm okay with 50. Yeah. Minerals, yeah, minerals. I heard different onsens have different properties. Yeah, it's true. It's very true. Some onsens you go and your skin is like super silky smooth afterwards. And some onsens you go and it's like it becomes very firm, which is, you know, good too. Yeah, so different properties for sure. But yeah, those are some onsen. I think usually when you go to onsens, they will literally have signs that will teach you how to bathe and like tell you all like the no-nos, the things to avoid and stuff. So if you're really worried, usually they have signs that tell you what to do. So yeah. I feel the silky smooth one. Yeah, the ones where you're like your skin just glides. I love those. But yeah, there you go. That was like a very long. I very much love onsen, so I have a lot to say about onsen. But yeah, definitely give it a try. It is one of the most fun things to do in Japan. Next question. Is it safe to drink unfiltered tap water in Japan? For the most part, yes. Yes. I feel like water here is pretty clean. I personally hate it though because I feel like I'm very sensitive to tap water. My brother too. My brother and I literally only drink bottled water, which is not very environmentally friendly, but I think we're both very sensitive to tap water. But it is perfectly safe to drink, for the most part. I mean, obviously, some places are gonna taste better than others. I feel like tap water in Hiroshima tasted much better than tap water in Tokyo, for sure. But yeah, it's still safe to drink, I think. You can taste the pipes. I can taste the fluoride. Yeah, I can taste the fluoride, and I feel like I can feel like my throat closing in. But then there are people who drink the same water as me and are totally fine, and they don't really notice any difference. So, I think it's just, I'm just sensitive, and my brother too. Yeah. I mean, I think, fluoride is not actually that bad for you. If anything, you can argue that it's kind of beneficial for you to a certain extent. Yeah. I tasted Tokyo water. My standards are very low. Los Angeles... Isn't Los Angeles like one of the most disgusting tap waters in the world? At least that's what my friend told me. Fluoride, yeah. But yeah, I think for the most part, you won't die if you're really thirsty and if you're really desperate, then I think you're fine. But yeah. Same with the air, I see. I just thought all US tap water is disgusting. I have a friend who lives kind of in the countryside in the US, and they said their tap water is fine. I think it depends on where you're at in the US. And the US is a big country, so I feel like it's... I feel like East Coast US and like West Coast US are they're almost like two different countries, because it's just there's so much the South and like the Midwest and stuff. I feel like they're almost like different countries because, like even though they're all the US, I feel like they have such different cultures. And different like quality and facilities and stuff. And education and all that stuff. LA has terrible tap. Okay, good to know. West Coast tap water is fine too. Yeah, I have friends who live in California. They said their tap water is mostly fine. I mean, I guess LA is in California, so I guess it's even different within California. So, yeah, I guess it really just depends where you are. But I feel like in most part in Japan, it's safe to drink. I don't think I've ever had like tap water that was like so disgusting, like I had to like throw up or anything like that. SF water, tap water is fine, but not so much in LA and SoCal. I see. Up north is better in my experience. I see. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay, hi Hime. I want to ask, what is honne and tatemae exactly is? Thank you for reading this. Love ya. This is a very this is very cultural, huh? Alright, honne and tatemae. So, for anyone who doesn't know, who have never heard what honne and tatemae is, honne is literally translated, like true voice or true sound. True voice. And then tatemae is like, a front, basically. So, honne is like when you're telling the exact truth, and then tatemae is when you're just kind of like being polite. So for example, actually there's a good example of this in Idolish 7 where Yamato and Mitsuki are like they're fighting. So they're in the middle of a fight right now, right? They're like kind of like, you know, they had a fight and they're both like still holding a grudge against each other, right? And then but because, you know, they're idols and they have to work, so they're working together, right? And so their tatema is like they're just acting friendly with each other because, you know, it's their job to look like they get along. So they're doing a talk show and Yamato-san is like, "Oh, yeah, eating barbecue by yourself is the best, ha ha ha." And Mitsuki is like, "Haha, what? No, you should have invited us, haha, silly old man," you know. And they're just like, and then Yamato's like, "No, you know, eating by yourself is totally cool because, you know, you don't have to, you know, adjust to other people. Solo barbecue is the best, ha ha ha." And then and you know, Mitsuki and Yamato and everyone else is, you know, just they're pretending like, "Ha ha ha, it's so funny, you know, there's nothing wrong with that." But like internally everyone's just like, "Oh my god, this is so awkward, I hate this," you know. and there's a line where Iori, and the only one who's like genuinely laughing is Nagi because he doesn't understand like the Japanese culture of like honne and tatemae. And there's a line where Iori literally says like, "This is really awkward," and the only person who's genuinely laughing is Nagi because he doesn't understand the honne and tatemae culture of Japan. So that's kind of what it is. Honne is when you're really speaking the truth, and then tatemae is just kind of, you know, business face. Yeah, business face basically. It has treated salt water. Professionalism, it's not limited to just professionalism or just business. You can do this with friends too. It's kind of like a passive aggressive thing. Yeah, and in Japan, you know, respect is a huge deal here. So, you know, outwardly you always want to be respectful and polite and seem very, you know, forgiving and stuff, but like, you know, maybe internally you don't always feel that way. Like for example, like if you're working at a company and your boss is super annoying, but you're like, "Okay, sir, I understand, sir. I'll get that for you, sir." You know, you're just like really, really polite. That's your like tatemae. But like internally you're like, "Fuck that dude. I hate that dude. I hate this job. I wanna quit right now." Like that's your honne, right? Yeah, but that's like a business setting. But like if you're like, maybe you have like an acquaintance, like a friend of a friend or something, who's like kind of a lot to handle or something. Like for example, let's say like Ali has a friend, and the three of us are drinking, and you know, that friend starts being like really like close to Ali, and I'm like, "Haha, you guys are so cute, oh my god." But like that's my tatemae. That's my tatemae. But like my honne is like, "Stop touching Ali, she's mine." That's like my honne. Yeah, but I'm not gonna say that because I don't want to be like disrespectful and rude to like Ali's friend who I just met, right? So that's what honne and tatemae is. Happy Tanabata, princess! Dango-chan! Tanabata! Happy Tanabata! Oh yeah, I've totally forgot. I was gonna talk about Tanabata, but I totally forgot about it. But yeah, it was Tatemae. It was Tanabata yesterday. But I guess it's technically still Tanabata in PT. Yeah, Happy Tanabata! Yeah! What was your wish? My wish was for PRISM Project to be more popular. It is Tatemae now, no! Yeah. I hope that answers your question. Yeah. I can talk about Tanabata a little bit later, maybe. Oh, let me see. Is Hotel Hime open for business one day? Hotel Hime is open for business, but it is limited to PRISM Project members only. So unless you're in PRISM Project, I unfortunately have to turn down my services. I'm very sorry to say. Happy Tanabata. Sad floor noises. I guess you'll just have to be a PRISM agent floor. Jenny, here I come. Hime BRB is strict, yes. Very strict. Alex Chan says, for first-time visitor, what's the best way to navigate around to not get stuck or overwhelmed in crowded hotspots? Also, what are your recommended places to eat, places to just chill and relax? Yeah. So, get yourself a pocket Wi-Fi or get roaming or get a SIM card, something for internet, because that is your best way to navigate around Japan. Google Maps helps. Navitime, some people use Navitime. I heard that's good too. They're good, like, train apps. I don't really use any of them, but I only use Google Maps, but it's pretty good. If you're scared of, like, getting overwhelmed in, like, crowded hotspots, though, I would avoid all those super big tourist areas. Yeah. They can often get very crowded and pretty hectic. Yeah. Off-season travel. Yeah, that's a big one. Off-season travel. Although I feel like everyone wants to come to Japan right now, so like there's tourists like every day, everywhere. Like the Hachiko statue. Yeah, Hachiko statue is crowded not just it's like crowded not just because of tourists, but like Japanese people also use the Hachiko statue to like meet people. Like a popular landmark to like set up meetings and stuff, so it's always really crowded. But yeah. Let's see. I did a Hokkaido trip in March. Yeah, that's a good idea. Also, yeah, Hokkaido is a really nice place to visit also. But yeah, if you really want to avoid crowds, traveling to the countryside can be just as fun. And also very, very pretty. But if you want to do like city life stuff, avoid like the major cities like Shibuya, Shinjuku, Akihabara, all that stuff. There are many cities in Tokyo that are just as fun and just as bussin'. And it doesn't have to be like the super major places. Like I personally like I hate going to Shinjuku because it's kind of nasty, and Shibuya is nice, but it's very crowded. Akiba, there's not actually a lot to do in Akiba, I'm not gonna lie. Ikebukuro, the train station in Ikebukuro is like a fucking maze. I never want to go to Ikebukuro station ever again. I only take the bus there now because I just hate going to the train station. Akihabara super crowded. I think Akiba it is crowded, but it's not nowhere as crowded as Shibuya and Shinjuku, I think. Yeah. Kichikichi Omura says my school. You had to get a reservation. I've never been either. I'd like to go someday. You gotta get like a reservation like months in ahead. Akiba wasn't too bad as far as crowds were concerned, at least when I went. Yeah, I've been there a couple times and it's been really bad. I think it really depends on the day. Osaka is great for first timers. Osaka's great too. Kyoto. I have a lot of opinions about Kyoto. But if you really want to like go to like a lot of shrines and temples, then yeah, Kyoto's a nice place to visit for you as well. My favorite thing to do in Kyoto, to be honest, is shopping. But you know, if you really want the very typical, like what you would expect to see in Japan, then yeah, Kyoto is a good place to go. Any city to visit that is not spoken about often? Well, I like going to the Sumidaku area, which is where like the Skytree is, because you guys know already, but I really like Skytree. There's a lot of things to do around that area. And it's pretty close to like Ueno and stuff. Ueno is pretty bussin'. Yeah, those areas are fun. Let's see. Yeah. Around those areas is pretty good. Niigata for rural, but close to the city. Niigata is where my grandpa is from. Yeah, I've never been, but yeah. I don't know. I feel like if you're a first-time visitor, I don't think you even need to be in like the major cities to experience all the cool things about Japan, honestly. But yeah. Anyways, places to eat. So places to eat. Well, one of my favorite like chain cafes is called Harbs, Harbs. They have huge cakes and it's delicious. I thought I didn't like cakes until I had Harbs. They also have really good tea and pasta. It's a bit pricey and it can get a little crowded if you go at peak hours. But if you avoid peak hours, it's a really nice place to go. Starbucks. I know people don't like Starbucks, but I promise that Starbucks Japan is a little bit different. So if you want to try Starbucks in Japan, I recommend Starbucks in Japan. It's usually really chill as well, nice atmosphere. Let's see. If you just want cheap food and just to like chillax with friends and just like talk and stuff, family restaurants are good for that. They have really cheap food and it's usually good. I can't say that I've been to very many. Still have never been to Saizeriya, but yeah. Those are good places to just chillax with your friends and eat cheap food. Gyudon. Gyudon is really cheap here as well and very fast meal. I don't really think it's like a place to like sit down and relax though, because I feel like the gyudon places are usually like you go in, you eat, and get out. Kind of it's for the people who just want a meal and then they want to get out. Yeah. We're going to McDonald's Japan, I heard, and saw some different foods on the menu. Yeah, McDonald's in Japan is pretty good. They have limited time things all the time, so those are fun to try. Usually those, a lot of people go to McDonald's to like study and stuff too, so it can be relaxing as well. Yeah. Other than like cafes and food places, they have like internet cafes or like manga cafes where you just like pay a certain amount, like a flat fee, to just chill and use the computer and stuff. You can even like take a nap if you really want to. In your opinion, your favorite ramen chain? My favorite ramen chain is Ippudo. Ippudo is my favorite because they have really good spicy ramen. And they serve you rooibos tea. There are manga cafes. Yeah, manga cafes. Internet cafes. Yeah. Donkey secondhand stores if you're on a budget. Yeah, if you want to just shop and stuff. Donkey is fun because they have everything. They have everything you can imagine at Donkey. Although Donkey is a little, if you're like easily claustrophobic, don't go to Donkey because their aisles are so narrow. Yeah, and it's like there's a lot happening at Donkey. I've heard real good stuff about Ippudo. Some of the homies currently living in GP praise it a lot over Ichiran. I like Ichiran too. I feel like they're very different types of ramen, but I like Ippudo, yeah. But yeah. Let's see. Yeah, that's all I can think of off the top of my head. There's some like nice parks and stuff. Botanical gardens are really nice. It's very chill. Usually not super crowded. There's a lot of art museums if you're into that kind of stuff. Although, if you want to relax, don't go to like popular art exhibits because those get really crowded. The Gaudi one that I went to with my mom recently was super crowded. I couldn't really see everything because it was just so crowded. I don't like the divider in Ichida. I agree. No, I agree. I know it's like for privacy and stuff, but I feel like it's a bit too much and a little bit unnecessary, and it feels really cramped. I agree. I much rather just sit at a table. But I do like the ramen. Padoru, yeah, Padoru Mall. All the malls are fun. Yeah, I feel like shopping is fun. It can be relaxing too. They have a lot of cafes and malls as well. It does feel cramped, but I do like the isolation because I'm weird. I mean, I don't think it's weird to like the privacy, but I think, in my opinion, for me, it's a bit too much. But yeah, my favorite things to do in Japan, honestly, is to go to aquariums and like botanical gardens, zoos, planetariums, the things that you pay for like experience and stuff. Those are my favorite things to do in Japan. And usually very relaxing. Although I will warn you that there's a lot of walking involved, except for planetariums. You're just kind of lying down for that. But yeah. Pokemon Center. Yeah, Pokemon Center. See, Skytree has everything. Because Skytree has aquarium, they have a planetarium, they have Pokemon Center, they have lots of shopping, they have lots of good food. Of course, they have Skytree itself if you want to go up the Skytree, either in the daytime or the nighttime. They have everything. That's why I like going to Skytree, because whenever friends visit, especially, because, you know, there's so many things that you can do. Arcades, yeah, arcades are everywhere. They're really fun. Skytree has so many things. I love going there. It's really, really fun. Bitmoon Cafe will be missed. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, they have Kirby Cafe at Skytree as well. Kirby Cafe is nice. You have to make reservations though. And it is very expensive. First of you want more ramen, they sometimes add hot stone to warm up the soup. Is that true? I don't think I've seen that before, no. That might be like a very, very specific store, maybe. You can ask for more noodles. They'll give you hot noodles. If you don't have enough noodles. I don't know if I've ever heard of hot stone warming up the soup. Idler stores. There are no Idler 7 stores, but you can find Idler 7 merch at Animate, which is like a Animate's goods store, or some other anime related stores, I guess. My favorite clothes at Shibuya, Harajuku though is the best. I don't know about Shibuya, but yeah, Harajuku is a good place to go if you really like fashion. If you like not normal fashion. If you like subculture and stuff, it's a good place to go shopping because they have cheap clothes and shoes and stuff. Yeah, and a lot of people are very fashionable in Harajuku. But still, it's affordable. What to do in real life Mario Kart, but sadly they stopped doing it. Rona. Yeah. I've actually never seen it in person, but yeah. Disney Sea. Yeah, I love Disney Sea. If you like amusement parks. Disney Sea is nice. Disneyland is nice, but if you're really into like actual like thrill rides, going to Fuji-Q in Shizuoka is much better because they have actual like thrill rides there. Disney's like most thrilling ride is Tower of Terror, so you know, take that as you will, I guess. Fuji-Q is good. Ali and I went to Nagashima Spa Land recently, and Mie, that was fun too. I really liked some of their rides there. I've never been to Yomiuri Land, but Yomiuri Land is a thing as well. Let's see. They have a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, of course USJ as well. USJ has more thrill rides. Although USJ is like, I feel like the crowds there are like it's borderline not worth it recently, so try to go off season if you can. Anyways, I hope that answers your question, Alex. Oh Okay. Next question. How much should I understand Japanese language just to fully enjoy experience there? Examples like Japanese JLPT N3 is enough. Yeah, N3 I would say is I think you'll be fine. I think if you know the most important words like thank you, where is toilet, I think you'll mostly be fine. Like I said this before, but if you stick to the city area mostly, there are signs in English, there are English options in like tablets for when you order food or like the machines, ticket machines and stuff. If you're traveling, a lot of the train station staff know how to speak English or know to grab someone who does. You can katakana everything. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's obviously, you know, I'm sure it's very like nerve-wracking to go to a country in which the main language is the language you don't speak. But I think you can probably be able to navigate with some research and stuff. For the most part. I heard they know basic English that isn't slang and stuff. Yeah, I think if you're just asking like where something is or how to get to something or like stuff like I think if you ask them like, hey, how's your day? Like, how's your wife? How's your kids? What is your favorite something like? If you ask them that, then you'll be a little confused. But like if you're asking like, oh, where's the bathroom? I think they'll be able to get you help. Yeah. Get into grammar, but I know a fair amount of vocab. I think yeah, if you have your vocab, they'll, you know, I think, you know, literally if you're looking for the bathroom, you just say toilet. Like I think they'll understand, you know. They will understand. Or be like, where is Hachiko? Like they'll understand, right? Remember, it means we always have to have the guys sumimasen. But yeah, if you want to be polite, you can say sumimasen, which is like sumimasen is a very convenient word because it works in every situation. It's like sumimasen is excuse me, but it can also mean like thank you in some context. You can be like sumimasen, like as in when you start talking to someone, as in like excuse me, like get their attention. And then when you leave, you can be like sumimasen. Like it can also mean like, oh thank you, I'm gonna excuse myself now, right? Or it can mean sorry. If you bump into someone, you can say sumimasen. It means I'm sorry, right? Yeah, and sumimasen is a very convenient word to know. Yeah. But I understand if I butcher the wrong tense of a verb in a sentence, like using tabete but the wrong version. Yeah, I mean, you know, as long as they understand, I think that's fine. Where's a super friendly university in Tokyo for foreigners to study Japanese at? I think that's a little bit out of my realm of knowledge. I think that's something to discuss with your current university or something to research on your end. There are a lot of universities. I know for a fact that there are a lot of universities that are friendly for exchange students and students studying abroad. But it depends on where you want to go and what kind of study you want to do. Yeah. I managed to get by with keying in simple stuff through Google Translate showing my phone screen. Oh yeah. Some people use their phones to communicate as well. They just type it in and into Google Translate and they just show the person. Yeah. I say my only advice in asking people for help here is to make sure that you're asking people who are working though, because you don't really want to go up to strangers too much. I feel like that's like only if you're really desperate. Yeah. Waseda University perhaps? I don't know either. Yeah, Waseda is a great college. I mean, but there's a lot of colleges in Tokyo, so I think they all have some kind of study abroad program. It depends what you want to do. Also, Waseda is very hard to get into because it is a very popular college. Would you recommend we should maybe just avoid them, the translators? No, I don't think so. I think those are great tools if you're nervous about talking. And also, honestly, I think a lot of people would prefer to read badly translated Japanese than try to understand what you're saying, to be honest. I think that's a great tool to use as well. Google Lens helped me figure out train service suspicion sign that was handwritten in Tamakomae. Oh, that's really cool. That's some advanced stuff, yeah. I become N1 level in Japanese. That's a good goal to have. I only have N2. I think I can probably pass N1, but I've been lazy. But it's okay. I think N2 is already master level. So N2, if you can pass N2, you're more than okay surviving in Japan. Is it okay to go to a random restaurant or business to ask even if I will do no business with them? I think you usually want to avoid that only if you're super desperate, I think. Or if you're gonna do that, maybe you can give them some business if you're going to if it's like a quick place to eat or something. Yeah. You can actually go to police stations here to ask for directions too. The police, they have something called koban, which is like a little police office in the middle of the city and stuff. Usually there's some police officers there, and they're usually more than willing to help you find your way, or if you're in trouble, if you lost your luggage or something. Yeah. Did you cover how some ramen chains have a ticket machine rather than waiters? Yes. Some ramen, not just ramen restaurants, actually, some restaurants just in general have ticket machines at the entrance, and you purchase your ticket and then you give it to the person inside, and then you just walk out when you're done. Or sometimes nowadays they have a lot of places where you sit down and you order through a tablet. Yeah. I only think of going to a place for super emergencies. Yeah. Police koban in cities, police offices are usually there to help people, so yeah. Yeah, no, Maro's not closed yet. If you want to send me a question, you can still send me a question. A lot of restaurants, Michino Eki had those ticket machine order things. Yeah. These officers are nice in Japan. For the most part, I don't think I've ever met like a mean officer here. Not that I've had a lot of interactions with police, but yeah. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I mean, if you have M3 though, I think you'll be okay. What do you think is Japan's underrated food that deserves to know more? Ooh. That's hard. I don't know, let's see. It's hard to think of off the top of my head. Underrated food in... I can't type in Japan. Underrated food in Japan. 10 underrated dishes that are not ramen. Okonomiyaki. Okay, here goes. Okay. The first one on this list is karaage. I don't think it's underrated, is it? Karaage, it's fried chicken. It's like everywhere. It's good. Try it. Soup curry. Oh, soup curry is good. Okay, so okonomiyaki. Okay, here's the thing about okonomiyaki. Okay, so I used to live in Hiroshima. Okinawa. Hiroshima is known for okonomiyaki, right? Okonomiyaki is everywhere, and I'm so sick and tired of okonomiyaki. I do not want to eat. I think I ate my life's worth of okonomiyaki, so I'm done with okonomiyaki. To me, it is not underrated. If anything, it is overrated. And the thing is, okay, this is the kind of shit that would get me canceled from people who are like from Hiroshima, but like I think literally every okonomiyaki I tried is like the same. It's the same. People are like, oh, this place is great. I'm just like, this is the same. So like I don't know. But I think it's good. If you've never had okonomiyaki before, you should try it. It's good. I'm in no way saying that it's bad. If anything, it's very good. But like it is very filling. It's like a whole meal on itself. So yeah, and it's Hiroshima style has noodles in it too. So it's like a lot. It's very much like carbs on carbs. But yeah, I've never heard of okonomiyaki before. Online says it's like a JP pizza. Not really. It's like ingredients stacked up into each other and it's like baked. I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, so Hiroshima, there's different styles of okonomiyaki. Hiroshima style is like you have a very thin layer of like a flour cake and then has noodles on top, lots of cabbage, meat, egg, a few different ingredients. It depends on what you order. Maybe some seafood if you like that kind of stuff. Yeah, savory pancake. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. And it's like, you know, and then you put sauce on it, and some people put mayo on it. Yeah. It's a lot of carbs. Yeah. Not the most nutritious meal out there, but it's good. Yeah. But yeah, would I say it's underrated? I mean, for someone who lived in Hiroshima, no. It is heavy. It is very heavy. Yeah, it's good. No, I think if you haven't tried it, you should definitely try it. 100%. But yeah, I'm done. Oh, but you know, I'm originally from Kanto. Something that is popular in Kanto is monja. Monja is like deconstructed okonomiyaki, basically. It's like a more watery version of okonomiyaki. But I prefer monja over okonomiyaki because it's like more of like a snack than like a full-on meal. Yeah. Some people don't like it because it's kind of like slushy. But I like it. It's fun. It's fun to eat. You eat it straight off of the grill. So I like monja. Oden is good. Oden is very good. Oden is basically like little thing like eggs and daikon, meat skewers, shirataki, tofu, fish cake, all that, like all a bunch of different ingredients and little dishes soaked in oden dashi, and it's so good. It's like a very popular winter food. It's very warms you up. It's very much like Japanese comfort food. Oden. Monja is more like watery version of okonomiyaki. I mean, but it is. Chikuwa, yeah, if you like chikuwa. I'm not a big fan of chikuwa, but yeah. Yeah. What did you say the strangest bread or sandwich? Oh. They have some really strange things here sometimes. They had like a spaghetti roll the other day. Not like spaghetti in bread, because I've seen that a lot, but like they had like a rolled spaghetti that was really weird. Yeah. Sounds like a hot pot. Kind of, but it's like one-off dishes instead of like a big pot of like veggies and meat together as one. It's like separate things. So you order one, like for example, if you order oden at like a oden yatai or something, you would say like, oh, can I have 1 egg, 2 tofus, 1 meat skewer? You know, you order like one thing at a time. Yeah, I still find that fruit sandwich weird, even as a dessert. Fruit sandwiches are really good though. I love fruit sandwiches. Yeah. Yeah, I like fruit sandwiches. I think they're good. It's just cream and fruit in bread, in white bread. And like Japanese bread is good, you know. It's not like, it's very airy. It's almost like a sponge cake without the sugar. So it's, to me, fruit sandwiches are just like fruit cake. I went there and ate seafood carbonara on a hot dog bun. Stay weird, Japan. Some people were dragging the cornbread in Japan. Like, it's not like cornbread as in like the southern food, but like It's literally just a piece of bread and it has like corn and mayonnaise on it, and it's so good. But people are dragging it on Twitter once, and I'm just like, you can't talk shit if you haven't tried it before, you know? That shit is so good. You ever had uni? I have. I hate uni. But you guys know that I don't like seafood, so yeah, I don't think that should be surprising. Have you tried those oden style? Yes, I have. Those are really cool. Those are honestly, they have the best oden. But not gonna lie, konbini oden is really good too. Yeah. Super spongy, yeah. That sounds... What do you mean? But like, it's literally... Yeah, I was gonna Asian bakery. I feel like it's an Asian thing, because like, it's so good, and like... But like... No offense, Wally, but like, white people saying like, oh, that's so disgusting. You haven't tried it! Shut the fuck up! Okay, sorry, anyways. It's so good! I mean, what is so wrong with bread, mayonnaise, and corn? That's like such a good combo. I don't know what you're talking about. You haven't tried it before. What is so wrong with that combo? What is it's not like I'm asking you to eat mayonnaise, whipped cream, and corn and on a piece of like sponge cake or something. That's weird. But like, it's just bread, mayo, and corn. It's good. Okay, anyways. Alright, anyways. Mayo and corn is based... Yeah, just mix some corn with some JP mayo and like put it on a piece of bread and eat it. Like, it's good. Yeah. Anyways. It tastes like regular bread. Yeah, it's just regular bread. I love the different versions. Yeah, or bacon. Sometimes they have bacon and green onion. Those are really good. Yeah, Reyna and I right now, we're shaking hands. It's like the shaking hands meme with the cornbread. Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely seen something similar in Chinese bakeries too. I feel like it's an East Asian thing. Anyways. Let's see. I want to see what other things are in this list. Oh yeah. It's first one is okonomiyaki. The second one is monja. I love monja. Monja is great. Maze soba. It's okay. Ochazuke. Yeah, ochazuke is kind of like comfort food. Tsumabushi. Hamburg steak. Oh yeah, they have hamburgs here. They have like Hamburg restaurants here, which it's just like you eat a burger basically. Not a burger, like a burg. You eat the meat patty, but like it's really juicy and very thick, and it's really good. Yeah, nabe. Oh yeah, hot pot stuff is I feel like you'll never miss with like hot pot stuff here. It's so good. Burger patty, yeah, big fat burger steak patty, juicy. Yeah, hamburger is good. Is good stuff. They like cheese in it and some stuff. Hokkaido white curry. I feel like this is not in the realm of underrated, as this is just kind of like rare foods at this point. But apparently white curry is a thing. I've never had that before. Omurice is very good. Fugu sashimi. If you like seafood, sliced pufferfish sashimi is like a thing here that you can get. It's expensive though. It's kind of a delicacy. Oh, number one is oden. Oh, good list. Good list. Yeah, oden is good. It's more, you don't really see it often in the summertime though. It's more of like a winter thing. When I went in March, I really didn't know how to feel about the sakura flavored things. They're okay. I think I kept ordering them though. Yeah, if you go in the spring season, everything is like sakura flavored. I think sakura flavored things are hit or miss though. The sakura flavored strawberry flap in Starbucks is super good though. I had mochi in it. It's so good. But yeah, there's some things that are they had like sakura flavored like sweets and stuff. Those are kind of misses, not gonna lie. Oden really is underrated. I agree. I don't think I would try pufferfish, to be honest. I mean, yeah, if you like seafood, I think maybe it might be worth a try. I don't really like seafood, so I wouldn't. But Yeah, it's a pufferfish though is unique because you know that if they have pufferfish at that restaurant, you know that the chef is like really good because they have to train many years to be able to prepare that dish. So yeah. Can really taste sakura flavor in the things I tried. It's just kind of floral, a little bit salty for the most part. I like the scent of sakura. I'm not a huge fan of the taste, but I do like sakura mochi. That's good. I think I enjoy sakura mochi more for the leaf though, not the actual sakura part. First time to Japan, be ready. Rate up is 80% and red bean. Yeah, lots of red bean stuff. Oh, that reminds me, my mom bought me that red bean something. I need to eat that. I'm actually not a huge red bean person. But it's nice. And some treats. Very sweet. I feel like it's too sweet for me. But it's very traditional. Okay. Lucky for me, I freaking love red bean. That's good. I like red bean, like the not what's the word? Zensai? I love zensai. The red bean soup, soupy red bean, hot red bean soup. That stuff's good. Have you ever had that one takuan mayo sandwich, takuan flan? No, I have not. That sounds really unhinged, but I bet it actually tastes good because I feel like there's a lot of things in Japan where you're just like, there's no way that tastes good, and you eat it and you're like, why does this taste good? Yeah. Anyways, there you go. Those are some foods for you to try, I guess. Let's see. Morning Hime, do you have any recommendations for sightseeing places, seasonal foods to try out in September? September is a bit too early for like autumn leaves. So it's a bit September is honestly a very kind of a very transitional period in Japan because it's still a little bit hot from summer, but it's not cool like fall yet, and it's too early for like Halloween festivities or like autumn sightseeing stuff. Yeah, actually September is like the best time to go to Okinawa actually because it's off season. Like most people are done with like summer vacation and stuff, but the water is still warm, and the weather is still warm. So September is really good time to go to Okinawa, in my opinion. If you really want to go to Okinawa. But yeah, September. To be honest, not a lot happening in September. If anything, it is off season, so it might be a good time to go to like the more touristy spots because there will be less people there. Yeah. Sightseeing. I think, yeah, September. Let's see, what are some September flowers? It's a little bit too late. I think roses are in bloom around September if you like flowers. They might have some like rose garden events. If you like flowers and nature and stuff. Oh yeah, it's the Cosmos season, so if you go to like botanical gardens, they might have like Cosmos events and stuff. And chrysanthemums, spider lilies. Yeah, it's like all the scary looking flowers. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, it's probably a bit too early for autumn leaves sightseeing. A really good time to go hiking though, I think, because it's a little bit cooler than summer, but still warm out. Go biking, yeah, biking might be fun. Yeah, it does really depend on where you're going in Japan, but yeah. Let's see. Hope that answers your question. Hi Tama! Oh my gosh, hello Tama! How are you doing? Can I mod you, Tama? I think I can do that. Oh my god, wait. Okay, I'm gonna wait until God, I hate this little heart thing in the corner. I can't I can't mod Tama because it gets in the way. Red Bernie, thank you for the donation. Iku, that Twitter post was hilarious. Oh, with June? The heart thing. Yeah. Oh, okay, here we go. There you go. There you go. Alright. But yeah. Thank you, Bernie, for the donation. This is our new mod. Do you want to be my new mod, Tama? I'm mostly just modding you so I can see I can see you better, but yes. June got the plap plap. No. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Yeah, that's all I can think of off the top of my head. I mean, like, my default answer is always go to Skytree, because Skytree, there's always every day is a good time to go to Skytree. Is that you clicking on the hearts? No, you guys would hear it. This is... You guys can hear this, right? My mouse is pretty loud. Any nice mountains to visit for hiking? So I'm not very familiar with like hiking trails and stuff. I'm not like the most outdoorsy person. But Rita and I went to Tobuniko. That was nice. You can just take a bus all the way to the top and you can just hike down if you just prefer to like do an easier hike. And then if you're in the like Gunma area, the Akagi-san is a very famous big mountain area. You go to the top of Skytree? You can, yeah. You can go pretty high up. There's like two different types of tickets actually. Honestly, even though I never actively sought out the Skytree, it was a good idea to go there every time I went. Yeah. It's a really fun area. I really like it. But yeah, you guys have already heard me say that like 1,000 times. Number one reason for VTuber fans should go to Skytree. At some point, your Oshi has probably been there. Yeah, I went there with Muna. I went there with Nato. And Mei-chan and Nyoi Mama and Hee-chan didn't go up the tower with us. They came after, but we all like roamed that area. We had dinner in that area. Yeah. It's nice sightseeing. Yeah, I think that's like all I can think of for now. Oh, actually, I guess it's technically not the season for it by September, but if you go to Ueno Zoo area, they have a huge lotus pond, and it's just like massive amount of lotus, and it's like, whoa. Even if the flowers aren't blooming, it's kind of cool to look at, just with the leaves and stuff. Yeah, that's all I can think of off the top of my head. I feel like Aoi might have even better things to say about that. I feel like she's been traveling a lot more than I have. Hi Hime, not for here. If I move to Japan, what are some affordable options for living? Yeah, so if you're gonna live by yourself, if you live outside of like the major cities and stuff, like the major working areas, if you don't care too much about like how new your building is and stuff, the cheapest I've heard you can get around Tokyo area is like Yonman, so 400 something a month. That's like really cheap though, and it's probably not like the best facility out there. When I lived in Hiroshima by myself, my rent was like around 6 months, 6.5 months, so like 65,000-ish yen. Yeah, which I think is pretty standard. But that was in Hiroshima, so you know, it's probably, if I lived in the same quality apartment in Tokyo, it was probably a little bit more expensive than that. Iku, I have a question about your name. Iku Hoshifuri and Muah Hoshinova is the same name. Is that the name choice of the artist? No, it is not. Nyorimama did not decide our names, I believe. I believe Hololive chose Muna's name and Captain chose my name. So it was just a coincidence, I think. Also, I was not told that Nyorimama was my mama until I debuted, so I literally had no idea that Muah was my sister until I debuted. So, so if you notice any similarities, I had nothing to do with it. Yeah, I literally had no idea. Yeah, and then and the reasoning behind my name is Hoshifuri is, you know, falling stars. So, apparently it was the reasoning behind that, or like the wish behind that name was is to hope that lots of happiness and luck will fall like the stars is the reasoning behind my name, apparently, according to Captain. And ikuseiso, iku is from ikuseiso, which I know is haha very funny, but it's just a phrase that we say. It's a nice phrase. The only falling here is Iku is falling in love with Hime. Yeah. Anyways, they have something called guest houses in Japan. If you don't mind living with other people, like I think you get your own room, but like you share like a apartment, very close quarters with other people. It's kind of like a dorm basically, but you guys aren't going to school. I hear those are a little bit more affordable, and it's also a really good like community if you want to hang out with people. They have ones for like foreigners as well. And I've heard like my brother used to live in a guest house, and he said that was like really fun, really fun for him. A little bit more affordable usually. Yeah, I think housing in Japan is generally a lot more affordable than some other countries. But the thing is, getting into it could be a little complex though, because you'll need to like prove like that you have a stable income and stuff. And you might need to get like a friend, like a reference, someone to be your reference and stuff. And if your parents aren't from Japan, it can be a little bit more tricky. Some places are more friendlier for foreigners and some are not. Yeah. So it might be a little... it might be a little complex, but there are definitely places that are willing to like sit down and help you figure it out, even if you're not originally from Japan and stuff. A lot of variables, yeah, a lot of variables. We wanna find one that's like foreigner friendly, like a housing agency that's foreigner friendly. Adult does. Or you can just get married to me, and then you can just marry me, Flora, and then you'll be a Japanese citizen, and you can just live with me and my brother. Yay, less rent for me too. As watching this video on foreigner moving to Japan, they are so serious about even how you divide the trash. Wouldn't even let the guy move in. Yeah, throwing away trash here is very complex as well. Yeah. But yeah, hope that helps. What would you say is the best time or season to visit Japan? Oh, this is hard. This is hard. Okay, I'll tell you what the least best season to visit Japan is. Don't come here in the summer. It's awful. Don't come here in the summer. Don't come here in the summer. I repeat, do not come here in the summer. It is awful. Unless you're going to Hokkaido and you're only going to be in Hokkaido, then maybe. But like, Hokkaido is really nice. It's pretty cool up there. It can still get hot, but it's nice and cool up there. But like, you still have to probably like, I don't think there's any direct flights to Hokkaido, so don't come here in don't come here in the summer. It's hot, it's humid, it's sweaty. Yeah. How about spring? So spring is really nice. Spring is really nice, but I'll say two things about spring that really suck. One is allergies. Allergies fucking suck here, and also tourism. Tourism, because of the sakura season. Tourists. There's so many tourists in Japan. Late March and early April. But if you don't care about sakura, seeing the sakura trees, and you avoid late March, early April, then spring is a pretty good season to visit Japan, I think. Yeah. Winter is nice, in general. Hokkaido is... The cold in Hokkaido is very severe, but otherwise, winter in Japan is not too bad. Some places snow, some places don't. Yeah, just dress warm, you'll be fine. But it's not like you're not going to like Norway or anything, so you don't have to dress like... If you have a good coat, good jacket, good warm long sleeve clothes, you'll be fine. Yeah. I think, well, my favorite season, I'm biased. I'm obviously biased, but my favorite season is fall. It's like nice and cool. It's not cold yet, but it's not hot anymore. The autumn leaves are beautiful. Autumn flowers are beautiful. I like all the Halloween stuff at konbinis. They're really fun. They have some really fun stuff at konbinis during Halloween season. Yeah, how about Okinawa? I love Okinawa. Okinawa's September, like I said earlier, is a good time to visit Okinawa because it's off season, but it's still warm. Yeah. But I feel like Okinawa is probably fun to visit at any season. I don't think you can do a lot of like beach activities during the winter though. Yeah, fall is really fun for me. Is Christmas fun to visit? Christmas here is a little bit different from other countries. It's like kind of a couple's holiday more than a family holiday because, you know, people don't really celebrate Christmas here. It's not really a family event in Japan. Like most people have work and stuff. However, immediately after Christmas is New Year's. New Year's is a big deal here. New Year's is like the biggest event in Japan. And that New Year's season is it's very hectic because everyone's traveling to get to their like families back home and stuff. So traveling is very hectic. A lot of stores are not open in New Year's, so if you're not preparing in advance, you will not have anything to eat on New Year's. Most people are spending it with their families and stuff. Yeah. Avoid Japan in Christmas, got it. I mean, it's really nice, it's beautiful, but yeah, I mean, why would you want to be in Japan during Christmas anyways? But like Christmas, you should just stay home. Unless you're going with your family, I guess. I feel like Christmas at home is the coziest and the best. But that's just me. Easy to find a partner during Christmas? No. Maybe? I don't know. I've never tried. Question mark. I feel like if you're single in Japan during Christmas and you go out by yourself, you're just gonna hate yourself because you're surrounded by like couples and you're just like, why am I here? Yeah. It's like Golden Week. Yeah. Golden Week is also maybe a good time to avoid because everyone's traveling and there's so many people everywhere. I work in Christmas, get more money. I did that once too. It's just me when I see couples. Every time I see couples, my condolences. Okay, one moment. Okay, I'm gonna do one last refresh. I'm gonna close Maros after this, I think, because we've been talking for quite a bit already. Okay, one last chance to get your questions in. I'm gonna close the Maro now. One last refresh. What do Japanese people do on Christmas except dating? I mean, if you're a child, maybe you might get a gift from quote-unquote Santa. But it's only just like one gift. Usually, not a lot of houses have like Christmas trees or anything either. Although I feel like it's becoming more popular lately, so it really depends, I guess, on what your family chooses to do. Okay, Marlos are not closed. Oh, there's so many questions. I'll try to get through them as quickly as possible. I'm getting very hungry. Never celebrate Christmas in my entire life. Yeah, my family does, but it's pretty casual. Okay, next question. I'm just learning hiragana and will learn katakana next week. Any suggestions for my studying? Not really. I'm gonna be real honest. Hiragana and katakana is really just memorization. You're just memorizing. It's just memorizing. Kanji is a lot more diverse than that. You can often like figure out how to read it in like context and stuff, but like when it comes to hiragana and katakana, it's just memorization. So all I can say is just write it a lot, read it a lot, get exposed to it a lot. You'll see a lot less katakana in comparison to hiragana, but it is important, so don't sleep on katakana. I have a lot of friends who study Japanese who regret not like studying katakana harder because they're always like, oh my god, I literally can't read it anymore. So flashcards, yeah, flashcards helps. Any method of like memorization really helps, I think. But yeah, when it comes to hiragana and katakana though, it's like learning the alphabet, right? So in English, and like, you know, learning the alphabet in English is basically just memorization. But it's okay, as long as you study hard, and it's always gonna be around, so I think the more you're exposed to it, the more used to it you'll get. Is Japan McDonald's better than the US? So I'm not from the US, technically. I haven't had McDonald's in the US, technically. But I've been told that it's better than the US. Yeah. I've had McDonald's in Canadian. I think McJob? What? McJapan is better than McCanadian. But that's my opinion. I mean, it mostly tastes the same though when it comes to like the classic menu items like nuggies and burgers and stuff. But I don't know. The limited time stuff is fun in Japan. Yeah. Canada. Yeah. Anyways. Well, here, did you know that I love you more than the other Ikumins? Is that true, Ikumins? Is that true, Ikumins? To be fair, we don't have much in terms of variety in Canada. Yeah. Canada can't hurt us. It isn't real. Wait, what? Nope. Down like that. Everyone in all the Ikumins in chat were like, Wally, shut the fuck up. That's cap. Wally, I think you need to sort something out about that. But for real question, any hidden gems in visit Japan that is not always talked about? I know that about Okinawa Kachimanjiro. Oh my god, I can't remember. Can't believe you remember. Anything else that may be a good place to visit? Yeah, it's hard because I'm also not like I haven't really had a chance to like really explore that much. My mom does sometimes take us to very like obscure places. But I don't know. Cause like, you know, I like going to onsens and stuff. So if you only want to go to like really local onsens, I recommend Minakawa and Gunma. They have like, you go all the way up into the mountains. Like you have like onsens that are like in the middle of the forest and stuff. Those are really nice. It's like right next to the river and stuff. You can literally watch the river water run while you're in the onsen right next to it. It's really nice. Let's see. I see the site you sent too, even. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's hard. That place is so hard to get to if you don't have a license. What is it called? The license? Actually, no. Wait, yeah. I just remembered a very cool thing about Okinawa is that if you are from the US and you have a US driving license, you can drive in Okinawa. As long as you're like careful. Yeah. What? It's because of the US military influence in Okinawa, which is like another can of worms that I don't care to open up on stream right now, but yeah. On a Canadian license, I don't know about that. Yeah. So, if you have yeah, you might be able to drive around in Okinawa. Right here first, Okinawa equals America. Yeah. You can rent a car and drive there. Yeah. Definitely seen a lot of foreigners drive cars around in Okinawa before. Yeah. But specifically the cafe that Wally's talking about, Gajumanjiro, is like in the middle of the mountains and you have to drive up there, so it's like impossible to just walk up there, so yeah, you'll need a car. Yeah. Let's see. Minakawa is nice. Sendai is nice. I would say Sendai as a whole is a hidden gem. It's like a whole prefecture, but Sendai is very lovely. I recommend it a lot. And I think you know, they suffered a lot in the 2011 earthquake. I think it would not hurt to give them some economy. Yeah. I love northern Japan. Northern Japan is my favorite area of Japan, besides Okinawa, to be honest. It's just so nice up there. The weather is nice. The people are nicer. Like, no offense, but I feel like, and not counting Okinawa, but I feel like the more south you go in Japan, the scarier the people are. I'm gonna get in trouble, but no. I feel like people in the north are so nice. But yeah. Yeah, people are nice. Culture is very like chill, very nice. I don't know, everything about northern Japan is nice, in my opinion. At least from my experience. Obviously, I can't speak for everyone's experiences, but from my experience, every time I visited North Japan, it's always been a very lovely experience. You know, they say that like snow and cold weather makes people kinder. At least that's what I've been told anyways. And I feel like there's a little bit of truth in that. I feel like people from like Norway and Sweden are super nice. Yeah. But anyways. Let's see. Older people like that are stuck in the 1960s outrage when you want to pay with a credit card. Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah, my experience going to Osaka and trying to pay with credit card once when I was back when I had a credit card. They were like, "What the fuck is this? Put that shit away. Where's the cash? Take out the cash." Yeah, yeah, that's a good thing to bring up in Japan. You should always have cash on you in Japan because not all places take credit cards. A lot of places are cash only. But yeah, northern Japan. I feel like northern Japan as a whole is a hidden gem. There's many beautiful places in northern Japan that people like kind of sleep on, I think. But yeah, I think that's somewhere nice to look into. Like Iwate area is nice. The zoo over there was really cool. I liked it. But yeah. There you go. That's it. Northern Japan. Okay. What is the weirdest vending machine you meet? A sriracha bottle vending machine. There is a sriracha bottle vending machine. They only sell sriracha. That's it. Like the whole vending machine was just sriracha. Where is that? I saw one in... Where did I see? I don't remember where I saw it, but it was somewhere. It was somewhere. Yeah, if anything, I bought one. It was expensive. It was like 700 yen, but I was like, I have to. I bought it. I still have that same sriracha bottle with me. Yeah. They also have vending machines that sell like toys. They have vending machines that sell like edible bugs. They have like everything. They have like bread, canned bread, cake, fortunes. You can buy like a dating profile in some places. That's like that's not common. It's like really fucking weird for Japanese people too. But like there's some really strange things in vending machines. Yeah. Is it easy to open vending machine business? I don't know. I've never tried, but it might be. It might be very. If you can get your vending machine to go viral, it might be a lucrative business. Dating profile, yeah, you can like. It'll say something like the button will say something like 25 female something tall skinny or something like that, and then you can like pay like 1,000 yen or something to buy the profile and like their contact and stuff. It was a very strange thing. I don't know if they do that anymore, but yeah. There's some vending machines that has gacha on it. I won 5 drinks. Yeah. You like buy a drink and it automatically starts like a roulette or like a slot thing, and then like if you win, you get like another drink for free. I've never won it before, but I've seen my friend win it before. It was kind of wild. I always wonder though if there are ever any people who like don't care and they just walk away and they win, and then they never claim the prize. Yeah, I always wondered about that. 5 cans of corn soup. Oh my god, wait, corn soup is low-key like bussin'. Like one of my favorite things to do when I was commuting to work in the winter was to buy the corn soup in the vending machine. It's so warm. It's so good. What drinks would a PRISM vending machine serve? Oh, I hope it's like a yuzu soda for me. I love yuzu soda. Or like Mitsuya Saida. I love sodas. I try really hard not to drink sodas as much as possible, but I love carbonated drinks. Have hot drinks and vending machines I want to try. Yeah, they have like soup and stuff in the cans. Those are really good usually. Yeah. Yeah, surprisingly good, right? I've also had like red bean soup too in a can. Also miso soup in a can. They also had like mabo soup once. That was kind of gross. I tried it. It was kind of gross. Use this spray for human. Oh my gosh, yes. Did I ever tell you guys about how there was a point in my period of time in my life where I was obsessed with Sprite, and I had like every day. Red bean soup is yum. Yeah, it's delicious. No. Oh yee. Yeah, I just had a period in my life where I was obsessed with Sprite for some reason. I would drink it all the time. Like, I would try to limit myself to just 1 can a day, but I would sometimes drink 2, even 3. It was bad. It was really bad. It was a really bad habit. I was like addicted. It was not good. But why? I don't know. I love carbonation and I love like the flavor. Yeah. Is Sprite the same with Sprite? No, it's a lemon lime soda. It's sweet. It's a sugary soda. It's not good for you. It's not good for you, but I liked it. I still love it, but yeah. It was not a very healthy habit. But it's okay. I broke I started drinking carbonated water. That's how I like curbed my addiction. I just drink carbonated water. Because carbonated water is not bad for you. It's just carbonated water, so... Yeah. The Sprite... The bad thing about Sprite is that it's the sugar content, you know? Dude, I have crippling Yakult addiction. So many beneficial enzymes in Senon's stomach. 7-Up and Mountain Dew simply cannot compare. I agree. Like 7-Up is close, but it's not Sprite. And like Mountain Dew is like not even close. I love Sprite. Do you often drink coffee when you have to stay up late? No, coffee doesn't work on me. If anything, it makes me sleepier. And it does... I can't drink... So coffee itself makes my stomach hurt. But like, I can't drink coffee without milk. And milk also makes my stomach hurt. So like, drinking coffee overall is such a bad idea for me. But I still do it anyways. Because I like the taste. Yeah. Mountain Dew haters. I'm sorry. I am a Mountain Dew hater. Sorry, Shiki. It is 100% Sprite for me. I'd rather drink cola than Mountain Dew. 100%. There's this new drink called Chill on Soda. Have you tried it? It is one of my favorite things. Did you know that it's like it has hemp essence in it. Yeah, I like Chill Out a lot. It doesn't... I wouldn't say it tastes amazing, but like, I like it. Yeah. And I was laughing the other day because Hee-chan literally got sponsored by Chill Out. I was like, damn, when can I have that? I want Chill Out to sponsor me. I want free Chill Out. Coffee and milk, double stomach hurt from Heme, yeah. But I still do it anyways. You should try it. It doesn't... I'm gonna say the taste is not, like, super amazing. But I do feel like it does relax me. That's nice. It came out last year too? Yeah, it's like a thing now. It's like a permanent thing. I guess they sold well. Anyways. Yeah, but by far though, sriracha sauce is definitely my most unique vending machine experience. Is it like juice? It's like a soda. It kind of has a fruity taste to it. Florally fruity taste to it. Yeah. It's not as sweet as like some other sodas. Is it hard to find halal food in the city? Most of the menu I know mostly from pork, so I can only eat chicken or beef there. Atsuni, I don't want to go to famous fast food there. No, I don't think so. I mean, I think Muna ate halal food here, and I don't think she had too many issues. Yeah, it's I think it's not too difficult to avoid pork in Japan. It is like a popular like meat option. Obviously, they have like tonkotsu and stuff. But yeah, for the most part, I think most restaurants, if you sit down, there are definitely many options that are not pork. Yeah, lots of chicken stuff. Yeah. Lots of chicken stuff, lots of beef stuff here too. I think you'll be fine. If it's only pork that you're trying to avoid, then I think you'll be fine. Yeah. And then like when it comes to candy, sometimes they use gelatin that is made from like pork and stuff. So you wanna check the back of the package. Some candies they opt for fission. Some candies opt to use fish gelatin instead. So yeah, I think it's harder for vegans in Japan because of dashi and stuff. Yeah, being a vegan in Japan is really hard. But I think halal food you'll be fine. Gelatin from pork, that's new. That's not new. That's not new. It's been like that for a while. Yeah. You should just eat instant noodle too, but ramen there mostly with pork too. Yeah, I guess like ramen is a tricky one. But yeah, being vegan is really hard in Japan. It's like the broth is like made from fish often. You ever try living vegan, Hime? No. I have tried being vegetarian though. That didn't last very long. I love chicken too much. I think I can easily give up pork and beef, not gonna lie, but I can't give up chicken. I love chicken too much to be vegetarian. But being vegan in Japan is really hard and also really expensive. Yeah. So I don't know. If you're vegan, Japan is maybe not very fun to visit if you want to actually eat and not starve. Yeah. But I think if you do your research, there are some vegan places. So yeah. Chicken is nice, duck as well. Hello, Hoshifuri Iku. Hello, Ripa. Welcome. 魚はヴィーガンだったら魚も食べれないよ。うん。イクが好きってこと？イクは魚はまあ、ものによるかな。Chimkin, yeah, chimkin. I love chimkin. Like karage. Oh my god, karage is too good. I can't. If I had to live life with no, if I can't eat karage for the rest of my life anymore, it's like, why am I even alive? I love karage. Chicken is good. Chicken is life. Yeah, every time there's katsu options, why I would 100% go for chicken katsu over like tonkatsu. Chicken is the best. Chicken is love. Chicken is protein. Next question. Actually, how many gods are in Japan from Takamagahara one is it include the local god too? Are they have their own temple? But I heard recently temples that appears in Butch the Rock gets destroyed. Oh no! Didn't know about that. How many gods in Japan? That's really... I don't even know if there's like an exact answer for that. I think there are so many. There are so many that like people don't even know about. There are some local ones too, like you said. Yeah, in Japan, you know, it's there's like a god for everything, like god of knowledge, god of love, god of war, all that stuff, you know. And different temples bestow different gods and stuff. And you know, sometimes people go to certain temples for certain things, like if they're going to take a really important test for school soon, they would like maybe visit a temple that shrines a god of knowledge, stuff like that. And it's not only like, you know, Shinto, but there's also Buddhism, which is Buddhism and Shinto, it kind of goes hand in hand in Japan. Yeah, so yeah, I'm just saying I'm not 100% like well versed in religion. I'm kind of a very casual practicer of Shinto, so it's I feel like it's not really my place to talk about it, but yeah, there's just a lot. I think if you're really interested in like Shintoism or Buddhism in Japan, there's a lot of resources that you can use for research. If you really like temples and shrines, there's many to visit in Japan. Yeah. And like, I guess if you want to visit temples and shrines, I would say don't beeline to Kyoto, because yes, Kyoto has many really nice and very famous shrines and temples, but like there are shrines and temples all over Japan that are just as cool. They're not all in Kyoto, so yeah, I would do lots of research and go find the one that you think is most interesting. Shinto light, yeah, I only practice Shinto light. Yeah, I mean it's also hard because like I think I have a preference for Shinto, but like my family definitely does Buddhist practices as well. So it's like the two religions are kind of not combined, but it's very deeply ingrained in Japanese culture. So yeah. 7 to 8 million gods. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if there's more. There's well-known gods, there's small gods, there's local gods, there are gods that only a handful of people know about, I'm sure. But yeah. I think even have house deities and god for horse racing and stuff. Yeah. The really like commercialized gods always make me a little. They make me chuckle a little though because it's like God of horse racing. Oh my god. Iksan, marry me. Oh, I'm sorry. I already have a fiance. Her name is Tokimori Ali. But you're welcome to be part of my Ikumi army. I like the god of RNG back on my side. That would be nice. Where's the RNG? RNG's shrine. I need to go visit that. Yeah, I hope that answers your question. Hi, Hime, what are some wild things that could be good as souvenirs? They have some really interesting like Russian roulette treats in Japan as souvenirs. Those are fun. Those are always really fun. I bought a box of cookies once where like it's like 12 cookies, but 2 of them are like super spicy. And I ate them with my friends. That was fun. They have a lot of those like prank souvenirs. I don't think they're like wild, but a really common souvenir here is Kit Kats. They have a lot of like Kit Kats that they sell at airports for souvenirs. If you're in the Tokyo area, Tokyo Banana is like a really popular souvenir. It's like a soft cake with like banana filling. It's really yummy. Did you get the spicy one? No, I was sad. I wanted to try the spicy one. Let's see. You have those jelly beans. You can get them at USJ, but that's like it's because of the Harry Potter thing. I don't know. There's so many things that you can buy here. It really depends on what you think is wild and crazy and funny and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I have like those like giant gummy bears and stuff too. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot. I don't. Here, let's see. What's like best souvenirs from Japan? Let's see. I like looking at these lists. Because they're often like they're usually really right or really wrong. Let's see. Lucky charm. Oh, omamori. Okay, interesting. Sure, I guess. This list said omamori, which is like talismans from like shrines. It's supposed to protect you, ward off evil spirits, or protect you or give you good luck. Yeah, those are nice. And they have a lot of different kinds. Chopsticks. Okay, interesting. Tea sets. It's kind of typical. This list is kind of. This list is giving me ticket. What? Oh, sorry. Okay, Kit Kats. Yeah, there you go. This list is very much giving like stereotypical what you would expect to find in Japan. Hocho. Oh yeah. Knives are popular souvenirs recently because they're such good quality. Although in Japanese culture, it's kind of rude to gift a knife because it's like cutting off. It's supposed to represent cutting off ties. It's like a parting gift. But you know, that's just Japan culture. So, air can from Tokyo Souvenir. Yeah, don't get those. Those are scams. Let's see. Yeah, knives, Kit Kats. That's around like the most common ones I can think of. Yeah, they always have something interesting though. You just have to find and look for it. Square melon. Those are kind of scammy too because they don't taste as good. Just get a normal melon. Those are so much better. Waiting cats? Oh, the manekineko, the ones that the cats are like swinging their arm back and forth and stuff. Yeah, that's like it's like a lucky charm for business because like the cat like swinging motion that's supposed to try to bring in customers. So I don't know if your friend owns a business or something. But I honestly not. I don't know anyone who goes to Japan to buy it. You just probably buy it online. I'll give Hime a pair of scissors. JK, you can't get rid of me and nobody's getting in my way between us, not even my girlfriend. Oh my god. Oops, I may or may not have gotten it for a friend's wedding gift. It was on their wedding. I mean, if it was on their wedding registry, they wanted it, right? Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's not a bad gift to give, I think. It's just more like suited for someone who owns a business. Let's see. I meet this condition very often when talking with Japanese friends. Are Japanese people hard to read romaji? Sometimes they struggle to read it. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of people reading romaji isn't exactly something that's taught in school. I think it's just something that they need to learn on their own. Yeah, so yeah. not a lot of people. I mean, I think people generally know like the gist of how romaji works, but they may not have had a lot of practice with it, I think is the issue. Because like if you live in Japan and you speak Japanese, there's really no reason to use romaji. Romaji is really just for people who maybe can't read kanji or can understand Japanese but can't necessarily read it, you know? Yeah. So maybe that's why. Kind of annoying for most Japanese folk. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's hard to read. I find it hard to read sometimes too, even though I can't read kanji for shit. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just breaking down Japanese into English letters. I need hiragana for most kanji. Yeah. Yeah. Do you romaji to type? I do, actually. Yeah, and some people use romaji to type Japanese and like and convert it into actual Japanese, like katakana, hiragana, kanji. I use romaji to type, that's why I'm pretty good at it. But most people, I think most Japanese people, they use like that, like the swiping thing. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, they do the swipe usually. I think Aoi also uses the swipe. I kind of grew up using romaji, so it's really, the swipe thing is really hard for me. It takes forever to type. But yeah. Right to text? I mean, no, it's like because hiragana is aiueo, but in one row is aiueo, right? But or like one column is aiueo, but there's like rows. So you hold down the a to find aiueo, and then you hold down ka to find kakikugeko, like, and then you swipe and flick to input. Yeah. Flick input, I guess it's just called. Yeah, I hate doing that. It takes forever for me. So I don't use it. I just use romaji. Yeah. But yeah, I think a lot of people don't get a lot of practice in romaji. That's why a lot of Japanese people, they like understand how it works in theory, but I don't think they got a lot of practice with it. They don't have to use it very often. Why Japanese people really like to apologize? Are there levels when apologizing is dogeza and kind of a norm? What is sliding dogeza? Why? Okay, I would say dogeza is not a norm. That is like really extreme. That's like, I don't know. That's like really extreme. That's really extreme. Really extreme. Yeah, and sliding dogeza, that's just a joke. Don't, yeah, it's not. I think you're just joking, but like in case you're not joking, the sliding dogeza is not real. It is not real. It cannot hurt you. Yeah, I have seen the videos of dudes sliding, but it's not real. It's funny though. Why do people like to apologize though? If I'm giving you a serious answer, Japanese people like to apologize because that is just how our culture is. It has been socially ingrained into our brains that you must apologize. Yeah. I mean, like, literally, like, you apologize to say thank you sometimes, you know, like, sumimasen, you know, is like like I said earlier, it's a very convenient word because it can mean thank you, excuse me, sorry, everything. Yeah. Breakdance together superiority. But it's about being respectful and polite. And being respectful and polite is a very big pillar of our culture. Social culture. It is it's the core of our social culture in Japan. Yeah. And, you know, you bow and show respect to customers and stuff too. Yeah, it's and like a lot of times waiters, when they ask you like, oh, would you like, for example, let's see, trying to think of an example. Let's see, like say my mom orders coffee. If you go to like a really like nice place or something, and like the staff are trained to be very, very polite. Sometimes, like, let's say my mom and I go to a really fancy cafe and then we order coffee, and then the waiter will ask like, oh, would you like milk and sugar? And then if we say no, like no thank you, like we don't need that, they'll say 失礼しました, which literally means I'm sorry for asking. It directly translates I'm sorry for asking, or like I'm sorry to take your time, like, for that. It's like that's like the level of politeness that obviously it's not that deep. It's just kind of like it's just a thing you say to be polite, like 失礼しました. You know, it's casually said, but it's, when you think about it, it's like, why are they even apologizing for asking something like that, you know? But that's like how much apologies is engraved into our speech in Japan. Yeah. I don't think they actually feel bad for asking, but they have to say it to be polite, you know? 失礼しました. Yeah. Or like if you're like eating a restaurant that has like a private room or something, they'll knock on the door and be like 失礼します, like I am going to I will, like, please excuse me for barging in, basically. And then like they'll deliver like food to you, and then they'll say 失礼しました and be like, I apologize for barging in. You're like, what? It's like, what? It's like they literally delivered our food. That's why we're here, but they still have to say that because they have to be polite, you know? Yeah, so it's crazy how apologies is a really big part of us, a Japanese culture. Anyways, why Japanese police use bike and a stick? It is not dangerous to meet criminals. I don't wanna. I feel like this is low-key gonna get political if I talk about it too much in detail. But weapons control in Japan is very strict, so it's very rare that a criminal will be like, you know, armed. Yeah, and like, so like police have batons for self-defense mostly. They use a bike because if it's something that requires a chase, they have cars for that, like motorcycles and stuff is not necessary. Yeah, and usually if it's like a big chase, it has to be involved, they would just call for backup. I feel like police on bikes are usually just doing patrol and stuff. Yeah, and it's Japan is the crime rates. I know that we have had some really crazy crime cases in Japan, but in general, crime rates are not that high in Japan. I mean, it's high, but it's compared to some other countries, and the type of crimes that we have is very different. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you... I don't really want to get too much into this. It's kind of a complicated topic. But if you are interested, you can definitely do some research about this on your own, I think. But yeah. What is the best seasonal foods? I really like winter foods in Japan. I like oden. I like baos. Let's see. Like soups and stuff, shabu shabu. Oh, I love sukiyaki. Sukiyaki is one of my favorite dishes, but for some reason, it's not really commonly eaten like in warmer weather. It's like a winter thing. I love sukiyaki. I love winter food. Do you like sushi? Not really. Only some. Yeah, soup is good food. Good food. Yes. Yeah. Sukiyaki in Sukiyaki is good food. Yeah. Food and song. 上を向いて歩こう涙が溺れないように Yeah. I like winter foods. I would say winter is a good time to visit Japan, but in summer they have like chuka, hiyashi chuka, which is like cold noodles. They have like all kinds of ice cream. Obviously during sakura season they have sakura flavored things. They have like pumpkin and like potato, sweet potato flavored stuff during autumn and stuff. Yeah, I feel like there's, I don't know, all seasonal foods are worth a try. It's kind of hard to choose a specific one, but yeah, my favorite is definitely like fall and winter foods. Yeah, they say shokuyoku no aki because which is like good appetite autumn. Good appetite autumn, because in Japan summers here are so hot that like a lot of people lose their appetite. So autumn is kind of known for like the season of eating because people like get their appetite back with like the cooler weather. Yeah. So you say shokuaki no aki. Shokuyoku no aki. Yeah. Let's see. For some reason, the song is titled Sukiyaki for the English. Yeah, I know. I don't know why, but strange how that works. Hi, sorry for the question. Maybe something offensive. Is it possible to sleep in the internet cafe for a night? If so, is it cheaper or less comfortable compared to rent a room or in hotel or inn? Don't worry, it's not an offensive question at all. And in fact, a lot of people actually do that. Some people do actually just rent a room in an internet cafe and they just sleep there. I do think it is cheaper. It depends on what kind of internet cafe you go to. But yeah, I do think it might be cheaper, depending on like the rates, I think. But yeah, it's definitely less comfortable because it's not like they have a bed for you or anything like that, or like a shower or anything like that. It's just kind of like seats. Yeah, so yeah, but like a lot of people when they're like they've really like maybe if they drink too much and they like miss their last train and they don't really want to book a hotel, they might like just rent a room in the internet cafe and just sleep. It's not very safe though, so like I wouldn't recommend if you're like a female presenting person. I wouldn't recommend doing that. Just go get a cheap hotel somehow, or just stay up. It's not very safe, so not the most secure. Let's see. Dear Gamer, I heard Kyoto has monks. I think that's what it was. Are there ways we can pay respects to the monks, or should we just not bother them? 100% do not bother them. They are training. If you see monks walking around and praying in different areas of Kyoto, they're usually monks in training, and you should definitely just leave them alone. If you go to a temple and you see a monk, sometimes they might talk to you because you know they're not training. They're just kind of there to attend to the temple's needs and stuff. So they might talk to you and sometimes they have programs where you can listen to the monks talk about like the shrine or temples history and stuff. But yeah, usually if they're not near a temple and they're walking around, do not bother them. Do tourists usually bother them? I'm assuming it's happened before, not that I've seen it myself. Although a thing that has happened and has become a really big problem is tourists bothering like geishas or Michaels in Kyoto. Yeah. So that's been a big thing here. Big issue here. Yeah. Do they accept disciples? You can. I think you can apply it to be a disciple. I think it might be a little tricky, but I believe it's possible. Yeah. Do you have any dangerous places that visitors have to keep in mind when traveling to Japan? I think if you have common sense and you're not doing stupid things for the sake of doing stupid things on purpose, you'll be fine. People like... I think people do... Like, when people who are, like, into, like, controversial stuff, maybe try to get into, like, something dangerous, like, they do something in the red light district, or, like, they do something stupid in the red light district, or like try to go into a forest without like any gear or something like if you do something stupid, then yeah, like fuck around and find out. Fuck around and find out. But like as long as you don't fuck around, you'll be fine. Yeah. But don't fuck around because it'll cause not only trouble for you but people around you and the locals there too. So don't fuck around and find out. Or do, I guess. What's your favorite onigiri? I remember there are many kinds of fillings. I like tuna mayo. Tuna mayo is my favorite, but I also really like sour plum, pickled plum. To be honest, I don't really eat any other fillings outside of those two. Sometimes I'll have salmon. Sometimes, but like it's only if I can't find anything else, honestly. Yeah, they have like a different like pickled stuff, like kelp and stuff, but I don't really go for those usually. Yeah. If they have chirimen, sometimes I'll eat chirimen. I like chirimen. Yeah, that's about it. Tuna mayo. Mao-sama is my favorite. How about fork? Fork? Does that taste good? I don't know. It's usually plastic. I'm just kidding. Pork. Yeah, sometimes they have like beef and pork fillings too, but I'm not a huge meat person, to be honest. Yeah, I usually just go for tuna. Yeah. I mean, it's good. It's good. It's just not my favorite. My go-to meal when I was commuting and working and stuff was just instant miso and tuna mayo for the longest time. Tuna mayo onigiri. That was like my breakfast for a while. And I had to work really early in the mornings. But it was so good. Something about miso and onigiri combo, very good. Good afternoon. Hello, Shiawase. Hello. How did you not get sick after a while? It's just that good. It's just that good, you know? It's very comfort food. Because of the constant sussy behavior from being packed like sardines in trains, I heard that there are some women-only trains. How can I tell the difference between a normal one? Yeah, so we touched upon this a little bit earlier in the stream. The way to tell is if you're waiting on the platform, it'll usually say, like on the floor, that it's like where you're standing is going to be where the women's only car will be. And it'll usually have the time when it applies, because you know the women's only car, you can ride the women's only car if it's like outside of the hours, outside of like rush hour, and then weekends I think it doesn't matter. But yeah, and then usually it should say something on the car itself as well. Yeah. So yeah, just pay attention to your surroundings and I think you'll be fine. Have you tried insect ramen? So even no, I have not. I have not tried insect ramen, and so therefore I cannot recommend it. And I'll be honest, I don't think I'll ever try. And then lastly, love you more. I love you more too. Thank you. Okay, I think that's it. I believe that is. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I believe that is all for today. Oh my gosh, please. Refresh just in case. Yep, okay, that is all for today. Both my questions didn't go through. Oh no! Do you want to ask it now? Yeah, sometimes Marshmallow, the filters are a little weird. I've never seen a Japanese VTuber can speak English clearly like you before. Really? There's quite a few, actually. Yeah, if anything, my English is probably better than my Japanese. Yeah. Instant ramen of Ami goes in Japan. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, if Ami is down to try bugs, insects, then maybe I might try with her. I think I would be more willing to do it if I can do it with a friend. Mara's weird with filters, yeah, it really is. If you guys, I'll give you guys some time, like 5 more minutes, if you guys want to squeeze in some more last minute questions, in chat. Here, I'll move over to my spaceship room. Yeah, if you guys have any last minute questions, let me know. Oh, I think chat is broken. One sec. Hello? Hello? Chat is broken. There you go. Okay. Just quick ones. I heard it's hard to get meds equivalent in Japan. Is there a term called for those secondhand shops that have plastic cases? I don't know what to search for online. Plastic cases. Okay, one question. So first question, over-the-counter drugs in Japan are very weak in comparison to overseas over-the-counter drugs. That is, and the reason for that is Japan has very strict drug control. So the government is afraid of people trying to get trying to abuse over-the-counter drugs, basically. So that's why the over-the-counter medication is not very strong. So if you need like actual medication, you need to go to the doctor. So yeah, things like medicine for bug bites, stuff like that is pretty effective. But when it comes to like painkillers or like I don't know, whatever else you need, I don't know, you have hemorrhoids, like that, those stuff. Like, it's better to go to the doctor for that one. If it's easily accessible for you, that is. And then the second question, I'm not really sure what you mean by plastic cases, but secondhand shops are often called recycle shops in Japan. Recycle shop. Yeah. So maybe that'll help. If you type in Japanese recycle shops, that might help. Yeah. EpiPen. Oh yeah, you definitely can't get an EpiPen at a store or anything like that. You'll have to get a doctor for it to give you one. Hot tea is the best medicine. Stuff like Advil. I have my friends smuggle Advil into Japan for me because painkillers here don't really work very well for me. Yeah, I don't think I've bought Advil here before. Although one thing that was very effective for me is I have really bad spring allergies. I get really itchy eyes, and the pharmacist there recommended eye drops, and those worked really well. If that's like a thing that you struggle with. Yeah. Maybe the plastic bag without label? Plastic bag. What would you use it for? I'm happy that I was able to hear you after some time. I enjoyed listening to your JP TED Talk. Yay! Itchy eyes are the worst. They are. Yeah, every spring I want to like take a toothbrush and just go ham on my eyes. That is something that I fantasize about regularly during springtime. So some things, YouTube has been giving errors to all the chat at times, so if you see period of no response, it's that. I see. Naruhodo. Yeah, I've heard a little bit about that. The shops I'm talking about are usually weave related, and people can ask the shop to have them sell them. They're for a commission. I see. Stuff there. I see. Naruhodo. Naru. Yeah. You think visiting one of those traditional theaters would be fun? Oh, like kabuki and stuff? Or like no? I've never been to a kabuki or no performance before. I heard they're really cool. My mom has been to rakugo before. She's also told me that it's cool. Although rakugo, you had to kind of have good Japanese proficiency to understand, I think. Yeah. I heard sumo wrestling matches are lit. If you like sports and interested in Japanese traditional things, I heard sumo is lit. Yeah. My mom really likes sumo. I've seen them on TV and they are brutal. Yeah, oh my god, sumos. You know, like I hate when people who are very uneducated about sumo wrestling are like, oh, they're just big guys bumping into each other. No, there's like a whole art to it. Like, have you ever seen someone that big move that fast? Have you seen that pure mass move that fast? I've only seen the only other thing that has that type of mass that I've seen move that fast is a fucking semi-truck. Like I don't. They are superhuman. They are superhuman. They are the peak of human condition. I swear to God. They're strong, yeah. Yeah, massive respect to them. And like, the thing is like, they eat kind of healthy. They eat kind of healthy. They just eat a lot, but they eat healthy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. And like sumo wrestling matches, they get kind of crazy. Like some people get like launched off the platform, and like sometimes audience members literally get squished. There was one time where like the referee got squished by a sumo wrestler, and he broke like all of his rib bones, and I felt so bad. It was horrible, but thankfully he was okay. He survived. You know, he didn't die or anything. But like, it's real. It's brutal. It's brutal out there. It's not fun. I'm not laughing. I'm just saying it's like that brutal, you know? Yeah. It's crazy. But yeah, I heard it's kind of lit. It's litty, the going there to watch it live. Yeah. Flexible, fast, strong, big, tall, and have that pure energy of men. Love it, yeah. Honestly. Is it like Hajime no Ippo? I don't actually know what Hajime no Ippo is. Is that the boxing anime? Yeah, it is very traditional. Yeah, it is a very traditional practice too. The whole ritual to it. Chanko-nabe is a balanced meal. It's true. I kind of want to try it someday. Actually, with them. Oh yeah, like the dead Ikumin emote. As Jimbo, I can only bow and defeat in admiration and the dedication they put into their... Yeah, they dedicate their whole lives to it. Like, you know, they change the shape of their body for it. It's crazy. Although occasionally you'll get like the really small sumo wrestlers that are just like really strong without the mask, which is like even crazier to me. Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's already 4:30. Oh my god, I've been talking for so long. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's talk, let me know if you guys want me to do something like this again. But for today, I think I'm going to something doskoi. For today, I'm gonna wrap up here. I need to go grocery shopping with my brother, and I need to eat food. Using it's a future reference. Okay. Hakyoi! Nakata! The referees. Is Sasuke's Ninja Warriors still airing? Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't really watch TV, actually. Thank you for the yeet. Arigatou. I don't really watch TV, so I don't know, but I haven't heard about it in a while. Thank you, Hime. Thank you, Tama, for coming. Arigatou. Ikumin's getting ready for PRISM meetup. If you guys do a PRISM meetup, please go to the Skytree so I can come too, because I wanna go to the Skytree. Yeah. If we have PRISM meetup, I wanna go to the Sumida Aquarium. Thank you for that for the Q&A, human. Now let's twerk. Yeah, you guys enjoy the twerking emo as much as you can, because I think I'm gonna get new emotes in August, so yeah. Love hotel and onsen. Does love even more? Thank you for the donation. Thank you, Molly. What will be the next Q&A session about then, Hime? I don't know. You guys tell me. If you guys want to know more about Japan, or if you guys want to know, I don't know. What do you guys know? I don't know. I feel like my only useful knowledge that I have is of Japan. You know, I wish I could talk about my college major more, because I think I have very specific and extensive knowledge about a very specific history and political climate of a specific country. But I can't really talk about it because it's a bit too political for one, and also it would probably dox me a lot, so I can't talk about it. But like, I wish someday I could talk about it a little more. Yeah. I mean, because I went to college for 4 years to study this one topic, and then it's sad that I can't really talk about it with you guys. Yeah. Maybe something artsy. It's more political, actually. Cultural identity and all that stuff. History, all that stuff. Yeah. I did study art in college briefly, but I only did it for like half a year because I decided that I did not want to go that route. Education, yeah. I wish I could talk about it, but maybe someday in the future. Okay. I'm hungry, but I'm also tired, and I really want to sleep. Fahime studied data science. Oh, I did that as a job, but that was not my college major. I worked and did data science related jobs, but yeah. Okay, what you gonna eat later? I don't know. I guess we'll go to the grocery store and we'll decide there. Okay, let me read some donuts before we go. History Q&A. Oh my gosh, but like I I only know a very specific history. My history for other countries is really horrible. If you ask me about Japanese history, I basically don't know anything. Today I managed to prove I can also be not down bad and ask legitimate questions. Artist TED Talk when? Yeah. Art history is fun. Art history is fun. Although I am also not confident that I'll remember everything I learned. Anyway, Sky, thank you again so much for the donation. I did answer your question earlier, but I hope it was helpful. Thank you again. Arigatou. Doomlight, thank you again for being a member for 2 months. Thank you. Golden Dragon eats the moon. Sugoi dekai. I don't know what you're referring to, but thank you. Well, thank you for the donation. Seihime, could you keep Maros open for a bit or close the doorknobs after we read everything? No. 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 No, I am yeah, I'm very scared of leaving Maros open. Sorry, if it's not something that you can tell me here, it's maybe not worth telling me. Sorry about that. Thank you, Mari-san, for the donation. Donation ありがとう。ちょっとこれ終わったら読むね。Let's see. Red Bernie, thank you for the donation. ありがとう。Iku, that Twitter post was hilarious. Yes, please everyone go follow Jun because he's what makes it funny. Okay. Let's see. Rinana, thank you so much for the donation. Arigatou. Thank you for answering so many questions. I'm coming back to this video when I can visit Japan later. Also gonna get corn mayo bread and others soon. Also, sorry if no invites for Apex thing. Yeah. So I tried to open Apex yesterday and it wouldn't open. I tried. I'll try again. I'll try again right now because I don't know if it was just like my computer. But yeah, for some reason I've been having trouble with Apex recently. Let's see. Yeah. Let me try like right now before I forget. Yeah, it's updated. Oh god, it's so loud. Why? Why EA? That scared me. It's definitely updated. I don't know. But yeah, I mean it did crash yesterday too, so. Open. It crashed around here. Oh, it's working. Okay. Club. Wait. Wait, don't. Okay, there you go. There you go. Okay. Okay, there you go. You should be in club now. Okay, I'm gonna close Apex now. Awesome. Oh, it froze. It froze. Okay, there you go. Okay. Alright, no, I'm home. Yay! Yay! Thanks for your patience. Sorry about that. Sorry it took so long. Alright, thank you again for the donation. Well, does love Hime more. One day I will visit Japan. Maybe when I stop simping. Either I will get drunk or my wallet suffers. But for real, I would like to visit Kyoto one day. It looks lovely. Thank you for answering my questions. I hope you have a lovely rest. And love you more. Muah. Thank you so much. Arigatou. Thank you, Wally. Arigatou. Yori-san, thank you for the donation. Donation ありがとうございます。お疲れそれのいくちゃん。今日も楽しかったよ。俺の質問答えてくれてありがとう。こちら昼ご飯のお金です。大チュキ、はい、いくも。ひまるさんのこと好きだよ。いくもひまるさんのこと好きだよ。donation ありがとう。Wally, thank you for the donation. Well, could you not show donors on screen? Then I have something for you. Okay, sure. It is hidden now. Oh, you guys heard that? That's my stomach. I'm hungry. 家やったぜ。Answer in Doraemon style. いくみん大チュキ。 Thank you, Molly, for the donation. Arigatou. Don't show Mano. She might get spooked. Uh-oh. What is this? It's a code. Let's see. Add game. Activate product. Oh, Spider-Man! Whoa! Oh, thanks! What the hecky? Wait, hold on. Why can I not see it? Hold on. Spider-Man! Spider-Man! Wait, why can I not see my library? Hello? Oh, there it is. Spider-Man! Where'd it go? What was it called? What is it called? What is it called? Spider-Man? Where is it? I need to search it up. I've reached the point where I have so many games. There you go. Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered. Dang. I've reached the point where I have to like use the search bar to find games in my library now. Whoa, what? I remember seeing this game and thinking it looked really cool. Hey yo. Wait, I'm gonna ask permission. I wonder if we're allowed to play this on stream. Thank you for the gift, Wally. Arigatou. I'm gonna ask my management if we can play it. Also, I'm gonna uninstall Melatonin. I'm not gonna play that anymore. Let's also uninstall. This one. Da 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 da. Okay, there you go. Nice. It is from Sony, so it should be okay. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. I'll ask. Thank you so much for the donation, Wally. Arigatou. Alright, that is all for today then. I'll see you guys tomorrow over on Nanki's channel for our Overcooked collab. Oh, maybe I should download that. Did I download that already? Yes, I did. Okay. Of course I did. That's right. Guys, I do not have a POV on my end. So I'll see you guys over on Nyaki's channel. It's at 1 PM JST, which is 9 PM PT. We're playing Overcooked together, and it is our first one-on-one collab, so I hope you guys come visit and hang out with us. And the day after that is off collab with Aoi. I missed her so much. I haven't seen her in a little while, so yeah, I'm excited. But yes. That is all for today. Thank you guys so much for all the donations, all the comments, all the love and support. If you're going to sleep, please go to sleep. Have a good night. Have a good rest. Otherwise, please have a good rest of your day. I will see y'all tomorrow. I'll find someone to raid. Right. Otsaheni, you guys. I love you guys more. Bye bye. Johnny. Bye. No way, Aoi's still streaming. I'm gonna send you guys over to her. Tell her I said I love her. Alright, bye. Otsaheni, Johnny. Love you guys more. Bye bye.